Alright guys, how y'all doing? Welcome to the stream. Today it's going to be a Regicide FFA tournament, which is a format I have actually never casted before. So it is going to be our first time around. And essentially how it works is, you have what king, and if your king dies, you're eliminated. So there's no wonder victories, there's no sacred victories. It's just straight up protect your king, domination kind of style, or annihilation I suppose is what it's often called in games. But yeah, what's up? How's life treating you guys? You doing alright? Hopefully that is the case. So we're going to be starting here in just a minute. We'll be watching some of this hot action and spectating both rounds. So we're going to be doing the first round and second round, and how it's going to work today. It'll be a little bit different. The top two players in each pod are going to be advancing on to the grand finals. So a little bit different than just like so the last two kings standing, because it has to be that way. There's no wonder victories. There's no sacred victories. It's just going to be whose king is going to be alive. I don't know if it's like, if the king is like the English king, where he's like, you know, on a horse, or if he's on foot. I think if he's on foot and really slow, that'd probably be more fun. This is gonna be wild though. I honestly feel like these games could go a long time. I think our first map is actually Black Forest, so there's a pretty massive chance that, you know, you're just gonna get like 100 layers in the woods, and although, you know, anytime there's woods involved, old Smeagol could find his way through them and get back there. The king is a foot unit. He's as slow as a monk. All right, that's what I like to hear. Yeah, no wonders. It's just pure annihilation, which I think will certainly be really good for folks who are practiced in 1v1. Yeah, this is going to be wild, man. All right, let me take a look at some of the pods. I got some friend requests, so let me accept those. Okay. I don't know if this is pertinent for today, but I will happily get you guys on here. All right, so taking a look. Yeah, looks like they're still setting up their lobbies right now, so we have a couple minutes until we start. We have a couple minutes. On foot, also we decided, we changed off the Black Forest. Okay, it's hideout now. We tried Black Forest this morning, and it was a 4-hour game. Everyone quit due to frustration. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was like, dude, I've played a lot of games on the Black Forest when the game first came out, and I think my longest game I ever had was on that map. So I'm glad you guys changed it, because that would have been, I mean, look, I'm down to party with you guys for like 8 hours, but, you know. I'm glad you changed it. 3.5 hours? Oh my god. The king is the only win condition, yeah. Well, I mean, you can still, I think, take a player out by destroying all their landmarks. So, like, if a player hides their king in the corner somewhere and you can't find it, but you kill their base, they still die. So it's basically just it's either the king or base annihilation, or landmark annihilation, I should say. Yeah, it's going to be really fun. I'm excited to see the tactics. Like, I want to see if there's like, what if the Malians like sneak into your base with their stealth and like just roll up on your king? I feel like building an early tower is going to be big, although I guess you could just hide your king in your town center, right? You could just kind of put him in there. It would also be very interesting if the king, couldn't be like put in buildings, like if you had to be out in the open somewhere. Imagine just like your king being hit by like an errant trebuchet cannon or a stone. He's just like chilling in the base and a fat trebuchet rock just nails him from downtown. Yeah, Black Forest is a fun map, but it does take a long time. It takes a long time. Hey Archer, how you doing, man? I'm painting Lord Croak. Oh dude, you're gonna need a lot of entertainment for the duration of that paint job. If it's the new Lord Croak model, there's a ton of detail on that. I'm actually in the middle of painting Boromir, Captain of the White Tower, for the Lord of the Rings Middle-earth strategy battle game. It is a metal miniature. It is brutal. Like, literally holding it like up in the air, like, he's so heavy because he has the giant like banner of Gondor that it's like made my hand a little bit sore. The stream before 5 p.m., am I okay? I'm sorry, you know, I just... my schedule's been so messed up lately. I've been staying up till like 3 or 4 a.m. like painting miniatures and hobbying and watching movies and stuff. That's why my streams have been pretty late. But yeah, I got to get back to doing earlier streams. Welcome. King just hidden in the ring of walls on the edge of the map. Yeah, that's basically what it's going to be. What I find is the match usually gets down to the last couple players, and the dynamic changes into more of a traditional 1v1, a lot more focused on micro and player skills rather than macro. Yeah, makes sense. Although macro is a big part of Age of Empires. Like, there's people who have made Conqueror before who don't have the best like micro that I've watched, like on stream and whatnot, but they have really good macro and like, you know, kind of map awareness and all that. I feel like in this game you can get away with that. Maybe not at the highest level. I think at the highest level, like, if you're playing somebody like Beastie, who's just constantly, you know, coming at you in feudal, like, and you're just gonna probably lose every game if you can't keep up with his micro to an extent. But in general, I think this game is a little bit more forgiving on micro, whereas like a game like Company of Heroes is super micro intensive. Macro, of course, is important, but yeah, micro is big. Lord of the Rings is the best fantasy world ever. Hard agree. Hard agree. Hard agree. Hey, Turin, looking forward to some more great... Hey, man, we're going to have a good time, Nick. Hey, a fellow Nick. My name is also Nick. It's my first name. What do you think of the new 40K release? I am full chub. I was pretty chub. I had a pretty big chub as well. Yeah, the trailer was great. Okay. Looks like players are loading in right now. Just checking. So I can't get into his yet. Looks like this lobby. So whichever lobby I can get into first, we're going to go to. Okay, probably going to watch your Avity's game. So let's fire this bad boy up. But, you cannot observe a modern match without downloading the required mods. To download the required mods, and try again. Okay, so I think it's just the Regicide mod. It's supposed to auto-download it for you, but we can go download it real quick. I think it's just Regicide. Yeah, let's see. Oh man, which one is it? Is it this one, the game mode? I would wager it's this bad boy. All right. So let's subscribe to that. Look, it has like the original keep and everything. It's pretty fun. Yeah, I enjoyed the trailer. It was really cool seeing the Tyranids. You know, it's always like, you know, they've always had kind of a hard-on of using like Chaos as the main villain, which I understand. You know, I play Chaos, so it's fun. But it was cool seeing like one of the Xenos factions getting a little bit of like time in the sun in the cinematics. I thought that was really fun. All right. Should work this time, ladies and gentlemen. We should be good. When do we get to see the glorious face cam? I don't really see the point of face cams for these kind of streams. For like a podcast or something, I think it makes more sense. I don't know. Maybe someday. My setup isn't very good for it right now. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first game of the day. It's going to be Super Oxide on the Abbasid Dynasty, Siberius on the English, Uravity on the dreaded Mongols, Taha on the Chinese, and TNT on the English as well. So these are our 5 players, each of which is going to be having a king. The Mongolian king going to be, you know, a little bit harder to protect. He obviously doesn't have walls to hide behind, I would wager. Now, taking a look here at the map, we are on the hideout. So this is kind of a bit of a Thunderdome type map, although it does go pretty wide as well. But the players start in like a very close spiral. But there's a huge forest in the middle of the map. So I guess you could like lumberjack your way in here and like hide your king in the middle, but that'd be very, very precarious. Anyway, so you can see the kings already hidden in the TC. So one king is hidden here. Yeah, every single king has already been placed in the town center. No kings are being run to the corner of the map or anything like that. Obviously, the town center is going to be the safest spot. So here he is. It's going to be a good one. We got some good faction diversity as well. Now, spawning on the northwest side of the map, it is going to be Taha and the Chinese. To the west, it's going to be TNT and the English, the old English longbows looking to hunt down some enemy kings. We got Super Oxide on the bottom side of the map. He is going to be playing the Abbasid Dynasty. To the east, we have the Dreadlord Uravity, going to be going hard castle, getting a bunch of lancers, and most certainly running over one of his neighbors immediately. And up to the north, we have Siberius. Siberius is going to be on the English as well. So should be quite a bit of fun. And once again, just want to thank you guys all for joining. It is going to be a full day of competition. We got this match and the grand finals, of course. And as you guys know, FFA matches can go pretty long. A pretty rough start here for Siberius, though. He forgot to bring sheep back to his base, which is a very, very common mistake I make. And now he's just got basically 8 idle villagers just Netflix and chilling here. And thankfully for them, though, there are some deer nearby. So they should be jumping on the deer. But I don't think Siberius has noticed yet. So he's going to be, you know, substantially behind after that. That's like a good 30 seconds or 20 seconds of idling right there. So now down here, the Mongols just hitting the sheep, and they also this map has a lot of like nice localized food. You got a deer camp, you got your sheep, you got berry bushes. There is plenty of stuff. This is probably one of the best maps for Roos also. Granted, there's no Roos in this game, but there's plentiful bounty of deer just like circling the map. Deer, wolves. You can see like a big semicircle of deer on the outer ring. So it's very easy for Roos to get 500 bounty on this map. And on top of that, you do also have the wood line here. So you can just get like tons of hunting cabins, and they give you like a ton of gold. So I would highly recommend playing Roos on this map if you guys are ever stuck on it. So factions today are player choice. Yeah, so it's not going to be random or anything like that. The players do have full agency over what they're going to be playing. House of Wisdom going down here for the Abbasid. Over to the west side, we do see the old English and the king. I can't wait to see some kings like scurrying and running away. That is going to be so funny. And yeah, sign up is for anyone and everyone. All of our tournaments are open to anybody who wants to play. All you have to do is be on our Discord and just, contact Gunhound, and, he'll post a sign up page, and yeah, anybody's welcome to sign up. So hope to see some of you guys in there. Come join us. Come have some fun. And we can also drop links to the Discord as well. Yeah, it's great community we have. Really, really good people. Everyone's very positive, and you know, it's a good time. So we do see the Silver Tree going down. Pretty fast age up here. Pretty standard, actually, for Gravity. Silver Tree, of course, is a good landmark. And does this map have any trading? It does. So yeah, probably what's going to happen is, guys, Gravity is going to move the Silver Tree. He's going to double produce traders from it, move the Silver Tree up to the corner here, trade down the bottom side of the map, go fast castle, run over one of his neighbors to secure trade, probably orange, I would wager. Although a Basset are really, really easy to kill with their 2 landmarks, so maybe that, but I don't know. I would probably go for green if I were him, simply because Super Oxide's a very, very strong player, but he also is like within contention range of this this trade post. And like trying to trade up here wouldn't be like as safe. You'd be like running your 2 opponents. So killing green would for sure be the, I would say the priority for Gravity to secure this trade. Because once he gets that trade going, he's going to be tyrannical. We've seen it before, and you know, he's obviously won several of our tournaments, I believe. Him and Smeagol are tied, I think, for the most wins in our FFA tournaments that we run out of our Discord as well. So, all is good. All is good indeed. And Leto, if you ever want to cast these as well, like even if I'm casting, you're more than welcome to, dude. Don't be shy there. Yeah, no, it would be great, man. The more the merrier. The villagers going to be setting up that sweet, sweet council hall. That is a 7 villager pull in a council hall. Now, normally you see that many villagers, actually 8, being pulled if it's either going to be some sort of a rush or if it's a landmark that grants like an immediate boon on feudal that's like really, really substantial to your economy, like an Aachen. Like a lot of HRE players, from what I've seen at a competitive level, will often build the Aachen with like 6 or 7 villagers just to really get that like huge, huge economy boom that you're going to be getting from the power of Jesus. So up on the north side, we do see the Imperial Academy coming down. Pretty standard stuff. It's hitting the lumber camp, it's hitting the mill, and I believe it also hits the mining camp there. So pretty good placement there coming in from Taha. And Gravity, yeah, just kind of cutting into the old woods over here. Kind of far from his main base, but nonetheless, that should give him a way to eventually get into somebody's base. And yeah, you can lumberjack through this pretty quickly. If you get the forestry upgrade, you can like just manually chop through the trees and you can get into somebody's base and really, really cause quite a bit of havoc. Now, the kings are being hidden in the town center. So they started out of the base, but every single one of these players has hidden their king. There is no wonder victories on this game mode. There is no sacred sites, I don't think, or it looks like we still have sacreds actually. Yeah, we do have sacred sites. So there's just no wonder. You can still win with sacred. Okay, so the only thing is no wonder. So the prophecy is coming true here. We do have traders, so there's going to be double traders heading down to the south side of the map. We do see Siberia scouting, and I wonder if we'll have a call out of Gravity is trading, my lord. The thing is, they would have to act quickly, you know. They would have to team up against him pretty fast to punish that trade. And we do get a second TC coming out from Super Oxide, so he's probably not going to be in a position to punish any sort of trade. You know, obviously going to be investing more in eco than military, so I think Gravity is going to get his trade online, and it's going to be tyrannical. Although Super Oxide does see it. He's got his scout here. I would wager maybe we see a couple stables come down here pretty quick from Super Oxide. Looking, oh, I can only look at the player score. Okay, so with this mod, I don't think I can quite look at, I mean, I can individually, I think, click on the players. Let's see. Can I switch perspectives? I guess I can here. Yeah, okay, so I can switch perspectives here. But yeah, Super Oxide does have 150. Are we going to be seeing a stable go down? We see a barracks, actually. So we're going to be sending some spearmen to try and shut down Gravity's trade. But yeah, it is Gotham's reckoning now. The trade is going to be coming in, and there is going to be some nastiness. Somebody in chat says you cannot win on sacreds, but you still get income, I believe. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the sacred sites are only a source of gold. You cannot win the game on them, according to our in-game correspondent here, Leto the Duke. Greatly appreciate that. And apparently they just give gold. So we're learning. It's my first time casting this game mode, so bear with me as I learn and go through all the growing pains here. 4 longbows already here for TNT. Is he going to be getting aggressive against one of his neighbors? A really good Barbican to the sun position, protecting the gold, screening out English longbows. Then you can simply set up a wooden palisade up to the edge of it, and that is going to be keeping your opponents from getting in there. Now, traders are on the way. BattleCon is here, and what do we have? An archery range and a stable, so pretty balanced military economy from the Mongols. You know, horseman archer composition is going to be able to deal with most comps. It might struggle against a 1-1-1 comp, which is like horseman, spearman, archer. A little bit more diverse, obviously, but even still, with good micro, horseman archer is very, very strong. So the spearmen have popped out. Super Oxide going to be going to war, and I would wager this is going to be, yeah, Gravity is gonna come and he's going to strike fast. We do see archers or Mangudai being produced, and horsemen being upgraded to the feudal age. So Mangudai are a great choice here. Khan getting trapped. Gravity might lose it. Looks like he does get away. The Khan going to be firing off the signal arrow. as a very solid amount of gold is being brought back to base. I feel as if traders need to have their HP nerfed down to 50. They're actually just so hard to kill. Like, it takes a horseman forever. So now Mangudai are coming out. It's going to be the first Mangudai, and that's going to start putting some big hurt on these guys, assuming he micros it, and looks like he does. So one of the traders is going to be going down here, but the Mangudai trying to put some hurt on the spearman, but down goes the trader. So Super Oxide doing his part to try and slow down the tyrant here. Now, up on the north side, we see scouts coming in from the northern English from Siberius. Siberius just going kind of greed English, which is just double Farmville, and just going to be getting that huge food economy, going King's Palace, going into Castle Age, and just cackling from there. Once a critical mass of these Mangudai get out, though, it's going to be very hard for Super Oxide to stop this. It's going to be super hard. Unless he mixes in Horsemen, it looks like he's going to be going maybe Camel Archers. Camel Archers aren't bad. They have a big HP pool and can definitely go fisticuffs. And the trade continues out, and Uravity still, despite, you know, getting attacked, doesn't care. He keeps making traders, which, if you guys have played 1v1, this is very, very standard stuff. So we got Horsemen coming out, Spearmen being chased down. Might as well turn and fight and get a little bit of a shank onto that Horseman before he goes quietly into the night. Now, well played, though. You know, despite putting the pressure on, Super Oxide does have triple TC. So if he can get... He needs to rally some support. Because if Super Oxide doesn't rally some support, Uravity is, I believe, a Conqueror 2 level player. Like, he is really, really solid. So if you try and 1v1 him, you're probably going to lose. You know, I would say most people in the community for sure would really struggle with him 1v1. So you're probably going to need to call in some aid from like Siberius or one of these other players to come in and backstab him. Because, yeah, this is going to get ugly very quick. We already see the Kurultai coming up. The Kurultai, of course, is an aggression landmark. And this means one thing. The Age of Men is over. And the Kurultai is going to be setting up next to Super Oxide's base, who is, you know, very solidly in feudal. I mean, trying to go Castle Age now. And Super Oxide's a great player as well. But trying to 1v1 Homeboy here is not going to be fun at all. And he's just going to be basically pulling a Mordor. But Mordor as if, like, you know, things didn't go well for the Fellowship, right? Like, the Frodo gets caught, the ring gets taken, and he just basically steamrolls Middle-earth. That is what I suspect is going to happen here. I'm already seeing all the signs on the wall of, like, you know, stables coming up with double production, the Kurultai parking outside of somebody's base. He's got fully operational trade, and it is just super, super erect. Now, looking at Gravity's bank, it's not great. If, you know, TNT or one of these other players were to start shutting down some of the trade, that could be pretty substantial. So we do get English longbows down here, but they need to start attacking. There they go. Attacks are on, but Gravity is nearby. Will he be able to stop this? He does have double horsemen. I think the longbows, if they lay down their palings, should be okay. They need to scoot and shoot, though, yeah. Going after the Khan, probably not the best choice. Khans have a lot of HP and they regenerate, so you would want to snipe the Mangudai and or the horseman first here, but that is quite big. So Middle-earth is rising up to fight back against the Tyrant. Trade has been temporarily shut down. Super Oxide got a couple archers, but not a whole lot. Looks like he's probably just trying to go Castle Age here as we take a look at his resources. Very, very close, only needs a little bit more gold. Now, longbows are hanging. He needs to keep them together. TNT on the bottom side. So I'm glad to see that he heard the call and came across, because China just straight up being greedy over here. They're just like setting up their own little empire, you know, getting multiple TCs. The Song Dynasty, I would wager. So yeah, China just going to be doing its thing and trying to build into an economic powerhouse, which is very, very possible. Question in chat, am I excited for the new edition of 40K? Yes, I am. I'm very excited. I love 40K, and I love that they're simplifying the rules, because it's very convoluted and hard to get into right now. So, no, I just wanted to cast today's FFA. Yeah, I felt like casting it. Yeah, that was the game plan. Big walls coming up here from the triple TC of Super Oxide. Super Oxide, of course, going to be unlocking the trade wing. Interesting. So maybe he's going to be trying to trade with the corner as well. When you unlock the trade wing now, it does also give you 3 traders immediately, which is quite nice. And yeah, he's going to be able to get this back, though. Gravity coming in with Lancers. Lancers will easily shut down Longbows. The Longbows are hiding in the corner. If they can pick off a couple more traders before they go quietly into the good night, that would certainly be quite strong. And now up on the top side, it looks like the Dreadlord Siberius is coming to attack Gravity's base from the north. So yeah, they need to unite against him. If they don't, he's going to start picking them off one by one. It's quite literally a Sauron analogy, like 100%. Another trader coming in. I would imagine TNT. Oh, you can kind of hide in the berry bushes and lay down some palings. It is kind of a bit of a Walmart choke point, but yeah, Longbow's going to be getting massacred. They're running up the north side of the map. Lancers and Horsemen going to be taking them apart, and they're now Castle Age Horsemen? No, they're still feudal, but even still, the Lancers going to give them the business, and the Old English going to be sent back. Now, we do see a trade post coming up. Where is the Castle Age for Red? I would wager he should be close. No, what is he doing? Right? He definitely needs to go castle. He's building a lot of men-at-arms here, which is probably not going to do much for him. He's going to go down there, try and do something, setting up a tower here to try and shut down Gravity's trade. You know, shout out to TNT, you know. despite not being castle, being a little bit slower on that draw, he is actually making an effort to stop Uravity from being a tyrant here. And we do see the Abbasid moving out to attack to attack Uravity's Kurultai, but the Kurultai is probably going to be aptly defended. Spearmen should turn about face to take down some of the horsemen. And, you know, the Abbasid do have some of the best spearmen in the game. With the Phalanx upgrade, they get an attack range buff, and you can see they do drag down some of these. But overall, the archers will massacre the spearmen, and then the lancers are going to be able to kind of chase down and massacre any routing units. So, yeah, the Dark Lord is rising, guys. They need to unite. And, you know, I don't know how many times this lesson needs to be taught here, but if he's in your lobby and there's not another player who's, like, you know, on his, like, Conqueror caliber, you're going to have to unite against him pretty quickly, or else you're just going to pay the troll toll straight up. You know, it's like letting a wolf loose among the cattle here. So we got the double farms, no wheelbarrow coming in, no castle age. No, we do have castle age. We have White Tower producing early men-at-arms. So it looks like the English player up here, Siberius, is going to be producing some hot action, as we do see the trader down here. Trader is bringing back 117 a pop. Super Oxide I would say, if we're going to continue with the Lord of the Rings analogies, I would say that Super Oxide is like Gondor, right? Like, he's valiantly fighting off Mordor, but, you know, slowly losing the fight. It's like Osgiliath is being retaken, maybe Boromir and company got it back, but now, you know, Gothmog and company is here. They retook Osgiliath, and, you know, he's forced back into the Keep of Minas Tirith. Denethor's now in command, so shit's not going super well. You need some Rohan, or else it's going to go a little bit south here. And I don't know who's going to be Rohan, because looking here, we basically see the dwarves. This is the dwarves. They're just not helping at all in that age. They're just like, you know what, we're going to send Gimli and, you know, have fun with him. So they're just kind of doing their thing, building up power on the other side. In the meantime, Osgiliath has fallen, and Minas Tirith is under siege. We do see trebuchets coming out. No, Mangonels. So Mangonels won't do that. I mean, they will screen out the archers, but the Lancers will probably just be able to dive it. Camel archers are good here. They do debuff the Lancers. And now the big fight is on. We do have the TC, which is going to be able to drop some shots. And he didn't quite finish the Mango, which really, really hurts. A couple Lancers being dragged down, and a very good defense here by Super Oxide. He is taking down many of the Lancers with his army. But I think in the end, he's going to get grinded down. And the TCs will probably be able to endure and hold for a minute. Yeah, definitely want to pull back and drag them through TC fire if you can. We'll be able to pick off some of the archers. And the last of the Lancers are almost dead, but the Lancers are so tanky. They probably have the ranged armor upgrade. No, they don't. They're just like basic. Base, very, very strong. Epic Lord of the Rings analogies. Yeah, I think we're in the ballpark. I think those are accurate. All right, guys. Well, the dwarves over here just taking relics, and you know what? China could be a threat to Uravity at some point. I don't know about the skill level of this player. I don't know what his like 1v1 capabilities are, but yeah. Aside from that, like, he's taking some good map control, setting up towers. Probably going to be trying to get some sweet trade of his own, which would be very, very strong. And yeah, he got 3 or 4 relics with China. 4 relics with China, which is very good. Pagodas, late game, could be very, very strong. He could certainly do well. Where was Gondor when the Westfold fell? Yeah, he's got a lot of spearmen and camel archers. Not a bad composition. Good farms back here. And, you know, Super Oxide's eco is really good. I would imagine he's probably ahead on villagers. Taking a look here, he's got the dreaded 69. That's what she said. Against Uravity, who probably has less, but he's got traders. He's got 64, which is still really good. And he's also got a trade economy. So Uravity is 100% ahead. 100%. English here just kind of turtling up. Everybody's protecting their king. All the kingdoms of men hiding in their keeps and allowing Gondor to fall over here. Looks like the walls were rebuilt. There's a couple camel archers. Probably want to get some Springald towers or something here. Honestly, I think at this point you just like desperation mode. Just like Springald towers, full defense, and just hope to the dark gods that Orange does something here. I'm not sure what Orange is doing. Let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah, he's got man-at-arms built out. And up here, we do have another TC coming. I definitely think Orange should attack Uravity right now. I don't know about the state of communication in this game. I have no idea. So, big mango shot. Really, really nice one. That was beautiful. It hit a lot of units. The archers do, of course, fan out. TC is going to be garrisoned here. A couple of Lancers trying to get by, but the Mangonel is doing some great work. We'll see if it can be kept alive. Looks like a couple Lancers do get back there, but they get dragged down. And wow, very well played to Super Oxide. Look at Super Oxide fighting off the forces of Mordor here as he has pushed out the gates, and the Mangonel is able to screen out the Mongolian forces. All right. So, we will see how this goes. I hope nobody's allied with Oxide. He's notoriously nicknamed in our community as a scorpion because he'll sting anyone who helps him. Even if it drags him down, he can't help himself. He's El Scorpion. How do you say that in Spanish? That'd be fun. We can give him like a cool nickname like that. Well, I have Lord of the Rings references. We can reference epic movies like Dragonheart. Dude, is Dragonheart the one where they have Sean Connery playing the dragon? He has like the voice of the dragon in that 90s one. I could be wrong, Pone. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Nonetheless, the Ramstein is coming, so Du Hast blasting from the speakers of these Mongolian carts as, we see constant rams being produced in Springalds. Obviously, Springalds are the counter against Mangonels, and the ram is going to be knocking down the gatehouse right here as well. Another update from our in-game correspondent, Arena Emperor. Taha is a solid level. Platinum right now. Oh, it's very good. Very, very good. Sean, thank you for the 50. Greatly appreciate it, man. I'm glad you enjoyed the Age of Empires content, and it is here to stay. I love this game. It's an absolute blast. I think Age of Empires is one of the best spectator games that we have. It's just super fun to watch. So the Abbasids should be making Springalds to counter the inevitable siege that's going to be coming in. Probably like 2 Mangonels is the way to go, and then massing out Springalds. And again, Sean, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Du Hast. I think that's one of my favorite memes that have sprouted in our lovely little community here. The Du Hast memes are just always fun. Yeah, so China just being super greedy. They got 4 relics with pagodas, I would imagine, on the way, which is going to give them a ton of resources. Just some turtling English players, which is very, very classic. And, they're looking like they're in okay shape. I'm surprised Siberius hasn't been getting aggressive. He just kind of got these random armies kind of stationed around, not looking to press his opponent, maybe figuring that his opponents are busy. And, 2 of the big powerhouses in the game right now are just kind of duking it out. So now's the time to get a resource bank. Now, because you can't win with wonders here, right? So aggression is certainly more warranted. Like, the downside of being super aggressive is that, oh, that sucks. Lost his artillery there. Is that, it allows other people to get a big resource bank who aren't fighting, and then they can build a wonder with it. But now that wonders aren't on the table, it certainly changes the paradigm of the mashup. So we will see. Anton in chat asking, what does Turin mean when he says Du Hast, referring to the Rams? So there's a band called Ramstein, which has a song called Du Hast. So yeah, it's basically just like a terrible play on words. Yeah. This is not the most innovative. So one of the TCs actually destroyed by the sieging Mongols. Mongols slowly putting pressure on. I would imagine that Uravity is, not Uravity, but Oxide is probably calling for help. He must be. This is not going to go well. He's eventually going to lose to the Mongols. We see Imperial Age being reached by the Chinese here. And okay, the Chinese war machine is coming into full effect. Oh my God, look at the production buildings going down. Oh my God, look at that. We got barracks and siege workshop stables. The Chinese war machine is going to be pumping in. I bet you he has a huge bank. No, he doesn't. Okay, I guess he just went Imperial, so he spent all his food on that. And my one critique of China is that they don't have a granary economy set up yet. Like, they don't have the mass granaries and all that sort of good stuff, which is a little bit strange. I mean, he's still just going for localized deer. At this point in the game, he should have 3 granaries fully surrounded by farms and should not be even thinking about food. Should not even be bothering with it. Yeah, like, it should just be a given now. But I mean, he does have the proper infrastructure. He's got no tithe barns yet. That should be one of the first upgrades you rush if you have 4 relics, 100%. Now back here to this conflict, it looks like Mordor has broken through. The Rangers of Gondor and Athelion have fallen, and we do see the veteran Camel Archers being absolutely bullied. And yeah, there's probably a dead Super Oxide. What's going to happen now is there's going to be a bunch of Lancers coming in, although we only see a couple stables here, producing. So he's not like producing. Usually from Super Uravity, you'll see like 1 million Lancers. That's kind of his win con. But against Spears and Camel Archers, you can't really do that. So yep, the fight was won, and yeah, Super Oxide's going to be on his last legs here. Maybe get some Springald Towers if you can. Let's take a look at the resources. He does have a bit of stone. Yeah, it looks like he's mining some stone over here, so maybe going to be trying to set up a keep. A keep would buy him, another couple minutes for sure. Archers move in. Archers going to be quite good here. They can focus down. They basically counter all these units. Archers are very good against Camel Archers and also are exceptional against Spears. Obviously, they're a hard counter. This tower needs to be manned. Like a single Springald tower would be pretty nice. It would help wear down the Lancers that are extending into your lines. And would also, kind of... Although, with Trebuchet action, maybe it's not worth upgrading. The Trebuchets knock down basic towers that aren't upgraded to stone very, very quickly, so... Yeah, so this is the king of it. Each player has a king, and all of them have opted to hide their kings in the town center. But if your king dies, you're in danger. So, like, if the TC gets killed and the king's in there, I think he just pops out, and then you can kill him. So, we'll have to see. Trade's still going, very, very strong, 117. Great stone wall being set up here. So we see Siberia setting up a stone wall, which is going to be preventing north to south trade. So it is, forcing Gravity to, at the very least, do localized trade, which is still going to be good. It's still 100 gold a pop. But look at this for England, James. Here he comes. England's on its way in. And they are going to be trying to shank down some of the traders. I do like it. It's not a great army, but it's enough to put up a fight. Certainly against this archer-based army, it would be able to hold its own. Got a couple knights in there, crossbows, longbowmen, all that sort of good stuff. Longbowmen are still feudal, though. He needs to upgrade those. And the dreaded TNT is here. And the traders have been forced back, so that's going to be cutting off your Avides gravy train. Is this the Rohan that Super Oxide has been looking for? We will see. Is there diplomacy in this game, says somebody in chat? Well, players can do diplomacy if they want to. They can ally with people, but again, there's no like hard allying, which means that like, you know, if you move next to your ally's army, you're still going to attack them. If you give an attack move or just like let your units idle. But yeah, like people do alliances all the time. If there's somebody who's like very strong and very tyrannical, typically you'll see alliances against them. In this case, you know, your Avides moving in, Super Oxide holding very, very well. I mean, he's producing it. He's replenishing these armies extremely efficiently. So Archer's being picked off, and it looks like Red is cutting off the trade. So your Avides gold is going to be offline for now. Taking a look at your Avides gold bank, he does have 2,000 in the bank, so he's not going to be, you know, short on gold. He's going to be able to produce it. We also see Men-at-Arms being mixed in, which is a very, very good choice here by Super Oxide. They're going to help screen out the archers and provide a little bit of buffering, and also they can tank the Lancers to a reasonable effect. And once again, we see Super Oxide holding. This is truly an Osgiliath, like, valiant hold. Up on the other side, we do see the trade being shut down, so the English army is kind of camping it as we see more and more traders coming in here. So if Super Oxide can hold a little bit longer, your Avide could start to run a little bit sparse on gold. His main base gold has probably run out. He does have this big gold nearby, which I would wager would be his next destination. But aside from that, the other gold nodes are going to be very hard for him, because he's been stonewalled in on the north. And we do see English keeps coming up on the northern border here from Siberius. And now the TC is under a little bit of pressure as the archers have moved in. We got Springalds, we got Trebuchets. This could be the end. Maybe he's going to be able to hold. It depends on what Red does. It looks like Red is just kind of camping in the corner. I'm not sure why he's not standing right on top of the trade post. That's certainly a big mistake there. That's going to be allowing the Dark Lord to perpetually trade. And now the Kurultai is going to be moving into the Abbasid base, which is not good. The king is also sitting in the TC. So if your king dies, then you're basically just in danger. So update from chat from Naniori. Oxide and your Avide are best BFFs, by the way. So this is very much I must kill him first because I know what he's capable of fighting. Yeah, sure looks like it. That's great. That's a good proper scrap, man. Good proper scrap. China, yeah, here's what I'm talking about, guys. This is the good stuff. The fully erect granary economy, dude. This one is just like a massive chub right here. That's going to be so much food coming in. We get nice walls up in the north. Do we see Chinese trade coming in? They should trade. Do we see tithe barns? We do see tithe barns. So well played. So Taha could be a big threat. I mean, China could 100% be a tyrant. Your Avide, obviously, a lot of his strategy and this aggression is banking on him finishing his opponent quickly, and we have seen a very, very good hold here by Super Oxide. He's hanging in there. The English, in the meantime, heading up to the Mongol base. I don't know where they're going to go. Maybe just dive into the pasture and, you know, hit some of the villagers on food. We will see. Obviously, he doesn't have the knowledge of where everything is like we do, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, man, China is growing super fat here. They're growing very powerful. The Red English just kind of farming away, taking it easy. We do have a Berkshire Palace coming up, a couple rams, some knights, and a lot of towers coming up from China, which is usually the sign of a good player. Somebody who like scatters towers all over the map for vision. It's very, very strong. Now back in the base, the Abbasid going to be trying to hold. We do see a Springald here. The Springald needs to be dove. Otherwise, the two Mangos are just going to get karate chopped, and it looks like the Springald maybe going to go down. Mangonels do get back. The Springald's going to be diving pretty aggressively. Crossbow's picking off some of the knights, and is it going to go down? Oh my god, the Kurultai healing it. It looks like it does go down, so now the Mangonel's going to move back in. And the TC has been destroyed. Where's the king? Where's the king? Did he flee? Okay, I didn't see where the king went, because if the king dies, it's all over, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking around for the king. Oh, he fled up to the tower, so the king went to the stone tower in the north. Okay, guys, the king is on the run. If he goes down, it is going to be the danger zone. Your Avide looking really, really low on gold. So, you know, if Super Oxide were able to hold a little bit longer, maybe. All right, guys, the king is in the stone tower in the back. And all the villagers repairing the TC are being killed now. This could be the end. Although Red's forces have come. Rohan has come, and they're destroying the traction trebuchets. Although I don't know if they're going to make a big difference, but they are trying to save Super Oxide. Wow, look at this. The English coming in the fourth quarter, knocking down all the siege equipment. Trying to buy a little bit of time for their neighbors here, knowing that they'll be next if Gondor falls. So traction trebuchet is going to be hunted. The Men-at-Arms being taken out, but I mean they did buy a little bit of time. But the king is trapped in the corner, guys. And man, your Avide still able to defeat that English army. The English army, it wasn't even his full army. He had a big force back here. If he had brought all this stuff and rallied his units over, that could have made more of a difference. But in the end, the troll toll is going to get paid. And it looks like finally it's going to be the end. I don't see him lasting much longer. The king was hiding in the TC here. Did the king move over to this other TC? I don't know where he went. It says he was in this tower, but that's a villager. So I'm looking for him on the minimap. Oh, here's the king. Look at him. So the king is over this way. How cool is that model? That's actually pretty rad. So we do have the outpost being set up here. He's trying to keep his king alive. Oh my god, that's so funny. It looks like the mangonel did get finished. Could bombard into the archers here. Super Oxide desperately trying to hold on to life, but I don't think that's going to be enough. I don't think it's going to be enough. The Lancers are coming for blood, and the king is here. I want to see the king actually get taken down. It'd be pretty interesting to see, like, see how this game mode works, right? But that's going to be first blood drawn, and then, you know, the next boss fight's going to be versus China. I mean, China, if China is, like, of an equal skill to Uravity, he should win this game. Like, with how much of a bank and down the side of the map trading he's going to be getting, like, China is in a hardcore position to win this. But the fact that China hasn't been aggressive and hasn't tried to kill a neighbor. Also, there is 2 late-game English players. There is 2 late-game English players, although I don't know Berkshire and White Tower. You can see he's got a lot of units queued up here, although it does produce at 200% speed, so that's pretty nice. King is being hidden. And look at this, the king is in open field, it's fleeing! Oh man, this is the Abbasid king. Dude, look at how he walks. He just walks with such bravado. Such Chad. But yeah, that's the end. Super Oxide hiding his king on the corner of the map. Taking a look at his eco right now. He's still got 52 villagers, which is pretty nice. Looks like some of the villagers trying to flee to the corner of the map, but they're going to be discovered by enemies, and the king is straight up in open field, guys. So he's running. Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be anyone hunting him. Uravity is on the hunt. Look into the base here. Looks like the old House of Wisdom going to be getting taken down. Battering rams and trebuchets. Kurultai in the base, giving a damage buff and perpetual healing to this army. And Oxide could go Imperial right now. He does have the resources for it. He does indeed. These villagers tried to escape. Where's the king going to be hiding? I'll have to see. I'm not sure how it works in this game mode. If you lose all your landmarks, I'm pretty sure you die as well. But we'll find out in a second. So England is here, and they're once again going to be trying to help. You know, you got to love the red English player here. This guy's really a team player. You know, despite not having the most formidable armies and micro here, he still is coming to help, which is more than you can say for anybody else. Oh, the king is down! The king got hunted! Oh, no! All right, guys. The Lancers hunted down the king, and that is the end of Super Oxide. Well played, Super Oxide. The king has fallen. He was hunted down. He was butchered by the Mongolian riders. And now the English army is going to be retreating, as the Dark Lord Uravity going to be entrenching here, preparing for an attack from the north, it looks like, and probably going to be augmenting his trade, I would wager. Yeah, the trade's going to be back online now, because he was kind of poor there for a while. Uravity's actually not, like, super rich. He's got 2,000 gold, but yeah, nothing compares to China. Nothing compares to China. There they go. Oh, man, look at this. The huge walls of doom, the quite literal Great Wall here, although he needs to build a gatehouse. The traders aren't going to be able to get through. And yeah, we got trade posts on the top side of the map, looking very, very scary here. And I wonder how this is going to go down. The dude went out like Stannis the Manus. Yeah, he did. He died in the woods. Yeah, it's true. That was a very Stannis. A Renly Baratheon death would be more like, yeah, like being shanked in the darkness by like one spearman or something like that. Yeah. The king is dead now, begins the age of China. Yeah, I know. It's going to be interesting. I wonder how quickly the aggression is going to come. So we get the Cognate Palace. Interesting. You don't see this one too often. Automatically spawns diverse armies from across the map in the Mongol Empire and its dominions. That's really cool. This is the one that produces the crazy trebuchet, right? That I don't think I've actually casted a game with that yet, which is fun. All right, guys. So the armies gather. The Cognate Palace is going to be on the way down to the southwest. We do see red taking some gold off the map. But China going to be getting tyrannical with 288 gold trade routes here. So I would wager they're going to be spamming out traders. You should definitely delete villagers for traders at this point. Yeah, like, I guess you finish off the gold nodes that you can, then you delete those. Beautiful food economy. China's eco is probably massive. 140 right now, so yeah, that's a lot on food. Let's see here. Yeah, so 40 on food is pretty serious. You definitely need food and lumber. And then you probably just delete all your gold villagers in favor of trade, and then the pagodas are being set up. Let's see. So we got monastery. We do see a pagoda going down. We call them pagodas because they're great. They're the goats. China trying to steal another relic, but going to be harried here by the English tower. So it looks like that dude going to get sniped, and down he goes. Up on the north side, England does have a little bit of a wall, but now it is the calm before the storm. The hui hui pow, is that how you say that? Let's go ahead and see what's being produced here. So that's stone commerce, obviously, from that. And where did the Cognate Palace go? Being set up here, and it looks like it's making elite horse archers. Okay, so there's going to be a Mangudai army coming out of there. Mangudai do lose their value, but the units are free. It's not a huge deal. Still helps you reinforce a little bit as well. But just as beneficial is the nest of bees that can spawn. Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah, the fact that it can summon the nest of bees is quite good. Yeah, China's landmark here is very useful. Yeah, somebody in chat points that out. The Imperial Palace is a great one. It lets you see exactly where everybody is on the map. It's good for raiding. And oftentimes, seeing people's villagers, you'll also see where their armies are because they're, going to be standing amongst their economy or close by. So it gives you some good knowledge of the map. So, yeah, big trade economy coming in from Gravity, though. It's going to be pretty fat. I think did he move it to the north? Nope, still just going to be that 100 trade. China trading like the heathen kings of old. And I have a feeling this game could take a while. Man, Red just going in on it. He's going to be starting a battle. So, yeah, it looks like he's marching at the gates of China. China might struggle a little bit considering they don't have... Oh, okay. I was going to say they don't have a standing army. And then I look down here. I'm like, oh, never mind. Oh, wait a second. Are they lumberjacking through? Look at this. They're lumberjacking through to try and get to Red's base. Holy shit, that could be really strong, actually. The king is in the TC, too. Like, here's the thing. If you rush the TC with, like, 500 Fire Lancers or cavalry, burn it down, and the king is hiding inside and he's not able to escape, that's just game. You just kill that player. Yeah, Yush, I'm glad to hear it, man. I watched, like, 7 hours. I'm glad to hear it, man. I have to study for your career, but so addicted. Hey, no worries, man. We'll keep the good times rolling for you. I promise. Can you show Yellow's, Yellow's perspective? We're looking at Yellow's perspective right now. The economy you're seeing is right here. So battering rams coming, knocking down the walls. Red is coming for war. China's lumberjacking through. Oh my god, I think they're going to go for it. China's king, I believe, is in their TC still. Nope, he moved it. Is the king back here? No, the king is in the keep back here. So China's king is very, very safe. But the same can't be said here for the English king, who's in this TC. Oh my god. Look at this. China lumberjack through. This is so MLG, man. This is so exciting. And does he have Fire Lancers? He does. The Chinese army's moving in. That king better flee. Oh my god. The king is going to get taken out. That is going to be some serious danger, ladies and gentlemen. As the Fire Lancers get in, they're rushing the TC, and the king is trapped. He needs to get a full surround on it right now. This could be the end of our English king. As the Fire Lancers get a surround, they know the king is in there. He knows the king is in there, and this is the difference of this game mode. What a great play by Taha, dude. Is he going to get the kill, though, is the question. With good micro, the king should be 100% dead here. And Red, I don't think, even knows what's happening right now. So the king is in the TC. The king is in the open. And down goes the king. And the Red Kingdom has fallen just like that with the dreaded Chinese lumberjack ambush. Oh, my God. That's why you got to move your king to the Berkshire Palace instead of having it in the TC. Wow. That was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. Let me take a look at... No, I don't know what that game is, Gio. If you shoot me a message in Discord, I would happily take a look. Wow. Look at that. I loved it. Great ambush here. Now we have a similar thing happening with Siberia. So Siberia's actually got in with some cavalry. So it looks like the battle with the English... What the hell are these villagers? He's got 15 villagers here, so you're just trying to sacrifice them to free up economy? I'm not sure. But nonetheless, a decent little raid going down into the base here of Uravity. Uravity getting hit by Siberius from the north side. A lot of English knights butchering many of these villagers, so the eco count down to 92, which is still pretty good. So he's not in like terrible shape by any stretch, but yeah, the fact that Red just went down like that is brutal. Absolutely brutal. That jump there was so nice by Taha. You see, he knows the game mode. He knows how the minds of men think. More English knights going to be raiding in. Uravity, of course, has his elite lancers. He also has cannon emplacements, and it looks like England does have trebuchets set up in the border, so he's going to be trying to get some treb warfare going. Oh, there are some spring alts, though. Spring alts. Oh, look at that nest of bees. He does have the Mongolian nest of bees. And the Hui Pow. Oh, that's so exciting. Look at that. I'm hyped to see this thing in action. This is going to be quite a bit of fun. Died like Marjorie Tyrell. Yeah. Dude, the lumberjacks are brutal. Absolutely brutal, man. So, where will China strike next? Are they going to backstab Orange? Are we going to see... Oh my god, he's doing the same thing. China moved all of its lumberjacks to the other side and is going to be going for the Orange King. No, not again, dude. No way this is going to be happening again. If he gets 2 players with that, and it's basically just him versus Uravity, that's going to be some serious stuff. No wonder victory either, guys. I do think that would probably favor Uravity. Like, although it is late game China, but his 1v1 skills are just very, very good. It would take some serious efforts. Why is the English attacking Gravity? Well, he's a threat. He's a threat and he's close, you know, so I understand it. As far as the trade goes, 86 eco, and the trader's still going pretty strong, bringing back 100 gold a pop, plus a little bit of stone, a little bit of wood, so it allows you to double produce and get the advanced technologies and all that sort of good stuff. It does look like, oh, look at the range on this. Holy shit, that is awesome. I think obviously he might have some vision issues, but England setting up. England's macro, not that crazy. He only has 4 barracks here. Although, okay, he's got a lot up here. Made me eat my words. He's got a lot. Okay. So he's going to be able to produce an army. Yep, China's going for it, guys. There's no more games. These are the most furious lumberjacks that the ancient world has ever seen. As they work their way through the trees, and eventually the Fire Lancers will dive in once again. And honestly, I think he would probably just die. Yeah, the king is still in the TC. Everybody thinks you're safe. Secret and safe and, you know, all is good, but that is certainly not the truth as the Chinese army gathers at the gates. It's pretty small, though, the army. It's not that big, but yeah, Orange is really out of position to deal with that. The Hui Hui Pow continuing to put some big damage down as it nails the walls, and the English walls do fall. Men-at-Arms able to do some epic jumps off the walls before they go quietly into the good night. Trebuchets continue to shoot, and the traders returning some serious cash there. Now, how is Chinese trade looking? Incredible, 288 a pop. Granted, they don't have that many traders. I guess there's a handful in the base, but they should definitely find a way to get more traders if they can. That is just so cost-effective. And look, the English villagers are unknowingly helping the Chinese here, and I think he's going to be diving in for another assassination. I think it's going to happen. Now, the next map, I think we have a... What is the Grand Finals gunhound for this? What are we using for today's Grand Finals? Is a map similar to this? I think this is actually a really good Regicide map. It makes turtling a little bit harder. Jordan! So I'm out of my pod, but it's got 4 English left. It will never end. Oh, God. Oh, man. That sounds like it's truly a hellish experience. 4 English players left in your pod? Yeah, I mean, England is probably the best at protecting a king with Berkshire Palace and some of the other tools. And although you could probably do an HRE king, you put him in Elsbach with a relic, and he's going to be pretty hard to get. He's going to be sitting in his palace cackling. And now the time of men is over once again as Uravity moves north and looks to be pressing into our English player, and he's got a massive siege advantage. You know, 4 Mangonels and a nest of bees and the Hui Hui Pow pounding into the keep. This is probably going to be the end of the English army, and not only that, but they're about to be backdoored. Yeah, look at this. We get a Stonewall Gatehouse being set up here just to make sure the English can't get in on them. And where are those villagers going? We see a relic being taken out, and now the villagers heading to the north. Looking like they don't want to go in after the English now, which is strange. I suppose they figured that maybe Uravity is going to be handling this. Looks like the Hui Hui Pow is going to be pounding into the keep right here, so the keep probably going to go down. And Trebuchet is being used with shattering projectiles. Close quarters combat. And yeah, they're doing some work. They do good damage. It looks like the Elite Khan is going to fall. So we're going to have to call in Subutai now that the Great Khan has fallen. And we do have the Elite Mangodai and the Archers. Looks like they're going to be retreating back while the hand cannoneers on the walls are forced to retreat. You know, pushing England is no joke. Even if you're, you know, a really high-level player, pushing England, if they're anywhere, you know, similar level to you, or even within like 2 leagues, right? It's not going to be easy late game. But eventually they will win. The Mangonels and Spring Alts are going to be claiming artillery dominance. The keep is going to be falling. And I would imagine there's going to be some good macro here. China, oh, look at this. Look at this, guys. China setting up outposts near the trade. That's going to be pretty fat. That's going to be really good. And is he still trying to lumberjack through? It looks like he changed his mind. I really thought he was going to go for the backstab. But I think China wants Uravity to be stuck in combat with the English. I really think that's what's going to be going down here. He's not killing Orange because he wants Orange to fight Uravity while he just continues building power. Although, shooting with your nest of bees here is certainly going to be drawing the ire of the English. They're going to be like, oh, okay, I have a threat behind me now. Tower's coming up, but is he going to be upgrading them to shut down the trade? That would be huge. Uravity is like in hard war, so he's not able to kind of bank a huge economy surplus. Whereas Taha and the Chinese is so massively ahead. 43,000 food and 20,000 gold. I mean, he has just been sitting there cackling. Nobody has been messing with him at all. Trebuchets, able to get some sniping. Yeah, that's what's crazy about English trebuchets. You can use them as a counter siege weapon. Like if somebody's sitting there with their own trebuchets or whatever, like Mangonels, Spring Alds, you're able to kind of blast those guys back. Today, first and second place make it to the finals. Yes, correct. Correct. So there's no incentive to team up and save your money from the strongest player. That makes sense. Yeah, so that point that you raised is very good, and I totally forgot about that. In today's tournament, first and second place go to the grand finals. So yeah, if like, you know, the English player, although yeah, it probably, tactically speaking, would be good for China to help kill the Mongols, knowing that Uravity is probably a really strong player and that he doesn't want to have to face him in the grand finals, right? Like there's another layer of tactics to this. Whereas if China were to kill Orange, that means that you would have to face Uravity again in the grand finals, which is very interesting. Now down to the bottom side, do we see outposts being upgraded? It looks like they're not upgraded at the moment. China just setting up their little towers. And do we get any warriors coming down? We do get some Mongolian warriors moving down to the south side. Some stone was mined, but the Chinese villagers were taken down by the elite Mangudai. And ye old elite men-at-arms now going to come and purge these towers. Might take some time. You do have cannon placements down here, so they should be okay. None of the Chinese towers here are actually upgraded. I did like the idea of placing those towers, though. I thought that was very, very strong. So, yeah, Mongol army just bashing heads with the old English. I can only imagine the unholy hellscape that is the pod we have running today, which is filled with 4 English players. Oh my god, what misery that must be. If I was in that pod, I would probably just all-in somebody in feudal and just like try and end it quickly. Because late game English versus English is one of the most miserable things. It's like in Total War Warhammer, for any of you guys who watch that as well. It's basically like having a vampire count mirror match. It's just like, or Nurgle mirror match. It's just pure suffering. There's literally nothing enjoyable about it. Counterweight Trebuchet does take down the Hui Hui Pow. So the English Trebuchet showing why they are the best. And honestly, the English player Siberia is putting up a great fight here, trying to finish off Gravity, but that's not going to be easy, man. He's chilling here. Where's his king? His king sitting in the middle TC. He does have cannon emplacements, would be able to kind of protect it. And China's just taking it easy, man. China just absolutely chilling here. Just like not caring at all for the troubles of the world. Sacred Site has been taken. We do see the traders still going, dropping off a fat resource bank. And yeah, he's got a pretty good economy. Probably could set up more macro buildings, I think. Like setting up a couple more barracks and stables and archery ranges. Considering the surplus of resources he has, probably would be prudent. So we're seeing 48,000 and 30,000 for the primary resources here for Taha. Looking at Siberius, he's got a pretty good bank of food and gold. And Uravity kind of on the back foot, actually. He doesn't really have the food to sustain a long war, although it looks like he is making ground on the English. Still, I would wager going to have to deal with the Berkshire Palace somewhere. So we got the White Tower. We have Triple Relic Monastery. What is the Imperial Age landmark? Is it Wingard? Oh my god, China's coming for it! China's coming for it! It is time! Are they going to rush the town center again? Oh yeah, it looks like it. English villagers going to be turning and fighting, but these Fire Lancers care not for those archers, and they're going to be going straight for the king kill. Hey, which, you know what? From China, this is also guaranteeing you a way to the finals. It's like, if you get the kill on the king here, you're guaranteed a spot in the grand finals, and then you're just basically forced into a 1v1. So, it is on, ladies and gentlemen. The elite Fire Lancers are going to be torching down yet another king. So the king has popped out, and the king is going to go down. And with that orange... Oh no, he's running. The English king is fleeing, but he's so slow. Oh my god. And down goes orange. Oh no. The backstab of doom. Wow. All right, so now we got a 1v1. So these guys just going to kind of duke it out to the bitter end here. I don't know who's going to win this one. It's going to be a lot of fighting across the map. This could take a while. This could take a while for sure. I think Gravity's a good enough player to like last a while against this like massively superior economy, but China should win this if they play in micro correctly. Looks like Fire Lancers maybe moving into the base right now, going to go hunting. And the dreaded Fire Lancer, the killer of kings, the Kingslayer. This guy's like the boar that killed Robert Baratheon. All right, Fire Lancers going in. They're going after the TC. If only he had more of these, this could actually be a big threat. All right, so it looks like he found the TC. He's going to be trying to torch that down. Gravity's not going to let that happen. He's going to pull all his villagers to repair. The king is going to be safe. And yeah, you know, the Palpatine laugh, I think we have that on the soundboard, actually. Let me see if I can do it. Hold on. Did it work? I don't know if it worked. No, I'll take a look. See if we could fix it. So China's going to be pouring the pressure on. Uravity, though, I think that despite the discrepancy in value that we're seeing here, I think Uravity is such a strong 1v1 player that he'll still find a way to win this. Relics being taken by China most likely, so it looks like there was like 2 or 3 relics right there, which is pretty hilarious. We do get an outpost being set up. Although Uravity might be gold starved. That could be a variable as well. And does this reach the gold here? It looks like, yeah, his gold is in a little bit of danger. If China makes more of an effort to shut down that trade on the bottom, he could maybe find a way to win this game. Uravity going to be amping up the macro here. So he's got archery ranges and siege workshops on the way in droves to try and battle off the Chinese war machine, as more and more Fire Lancers are going to be on the way out. So there's only 2 players left, as this monk lamenting his fallen king. Where is the fallen king? I think he was around here somewhere. Yeah, he made it like this far. He like waddled here, and then I think he fell somewhere in this area. The king ran from his town center, and yeah, he tried to make it to the White Tower, but he was not able to make it. Big trade going down. Big, thick trade as we do see the Chinese tower here being harried and pushed. Looks like China was going to be trying to set up a keep here, but without a standing army to defend it, probably not going to work out too well. Gravity setting up more towers, perhaps, or going to the top for the marketplace? Yeah, looks like it's going to be the marketplace on the top, which makes sense. And, oh man, those villagers just narrowly escaping the Chinese army here. Fire Lancers coming, Palace Guard, the works. And is that TC going to be in danger? Oh man, oh, hold up. Gravity's army is really far away. Those Fire Lancers might be able to get something done here. I mean, there are cannon towers, but here comes the Fire Lancers. If you're Gravity here, you're sweating bullets. You are definitely sweating bullets. All right, so the villagers are trying to body block. They get in. Oh my god, is he gonna die like this? Oh my god, just like that. The king is in the TC. It's being torched. There's repairs coming in, but Gravity's army was so far in the south. Oh my god. Oh my god, Fire Lancers are gonna take him down. No way. Okay, is the king gonna get away? Where's the king? Looking for it. Fire Lancers are on the hunt. They need to get the king. He's around here somewhere. Okay, where is it? The king is here. He's right in this pile of units. He's getting shanked, and the Fire Lancers get the kill. Oh my god. Gravity left his base. He was baited to the bottom side of the map, and the Chinese player comes in with the steel chair. Homeboy knows how to play Regicide. Wow. Now, thankfully for Gravity, he still advances to the grand finals because it's top 2 per pod, because that's how many people we had signed up today. So we had to do, we essentially did it that way. Wow. Wow, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, man, that's the thing. Mongols can't build walls, guys. So they're very vulnerable to that. Oh, my God. Cersei wins the day. Yeah. Oh, Mordor has fallen. Yeah, that's crazy stuff. All right, let's see here. So let me check with the players and see how we're looking on the pod. So Gunhound, if you could give me an update, let me know how we're looking here. We can go from there. That's pretty fun. That was pretty fun. Is there an advantage for winning? I think you just get to the grand finals. Yeah. At that point, in the grand finals, it's different though. There's only going to be one winner. So the Red Palace is the only safe place for a king. It sure sounds like it. Mongols at a disadvantage to an extent. Mongols have are really strong FFA civ though. Really, really strong. Yeah, but not being able to build stone. That was the first one done, really. Okay, so in the meantime, we probably have some downtime here. So what we can do is we can play a let's see. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I have a feeling they might take a while. We can quit this game at any time, but we're gonna do a 4-player Regicide, and we'll do it on the not on the Black Forest. Let's go ahead and do it on the Oasis. We'll do a 4-player game, so anybody's welcome to join. And game mode is going to be, I should have Regicide here now, right? There, all right. So anybody's welcome to join. Come party. That was pretty fast. Yeah, I thought it was going to take a lot longer. So we'll just play one in the downtime. Each player begins with the king. Okay, so age 1, yeah, looks fine. And we'll do a quick Oasis one. We'll do a quick one right here. Okay, game should be public. And we're all set. Spots are open. And I don't know how long the other pods are going to take. I mean, we could jump in and spectate one of the other pods, but it would probably take us like, yeah, we'd have to catch up with like 45 minutes. So I think playing something in the downtime would probably be better. Yeah, so Regicide, Oasis, small map size, teams together. Just make sure no one sinks their king in a transport ship. It is bugged. Oh, really? So you can put your king in a transport ship and and it doesn't end the game? Oh, that's pretty funny. Okay, so yeah, you got to be careful in water, huh? You got to be careful in water. Is it a mod or an official mode? It's a mod. I don't think Regicide is an official mode. Yeah, I don't think it is. Oh, so maybe you guys have to download it before you can join. Oh, that's why. I was wondering. I was like, why folks weren't. We chose maps with no water on purpose. Understood. Understood. Oasis just has that. So you guys would need to download the mod. Although maybe if I switch it off Regicide. So we'll do standard. And then I'll switch it to Regicide, and I think it'll download it for all of you guys. There you go. All right, so we got Aniori in here. And yeah, now you guys should be able to join easily. And in the meantime, I'm going to go grab some water. No, I don't want to watch the 4-way English match. There's no way I'm watching that. That's just pure suffering. Why would you guys want that? All right, guys, I'm back. Yeah, we're doing a quick game. You're more than welcome to join. In English, in a 4-way English match is what I didn't want to watch. Really 4 English players. Yeah, we're just gonna do a quick Regicide game. Should be fun. Okay. Because if I do more than 4 people, it's gonna take too long. It's gonna take too long for sure. What do I want to play? Who would be interesting in Regicide? Delhi could be pretty cool with all the turtling and stuff. Take him to the deli shop. Rus, Mongols, French, Chinese. All right. Sounds good, Andy. All right, so now we can change it to Regicide. So that should download it for the players. Yeah, see, he's downloading it right now. So that's better. I think it like made the lobby hard to see. Okay, so we have 2 HRE. We have Malians. Yeah, let's give this a try. All right, good luck, have fun. We're just killing time until the grand finals because the pod with 4 English players could take a long time. So, been trying to catch an FFA since the dreaded Chess Hammer stream. That's a long time ago. Oh my god, when we played that. Hey, no worries, Walrus. We'll get you next time. We'll get you next time. All right, guys, we're just playing a quick game for fun, and then we'll get on to the grand finals of today's tournament. So. That's going to be that. The 4-way. Yeah, so Gunhound, could you check the progress of some of those pods? And like try and get some intel on how far along they are? That'll determine my playstyle here. Oh, the HRE King is looking pretty cool with his cape. This was a small map, right? Yeah, it should be. Okay, so let's grab the sheep. He says random what? How am I French? Oh man, of course. Okay, so let's go look for some more sheep. See what we could find here. I think we need to do some Ramstein, some good old do hosting. Okay. Not finding any sheep here. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Would have loved the Dark Lord podcast to do more of that. You like the podcast? Yeah, we'll do more of that. I guess we'll stay in character and just have do the recordings at like 2 a.m. with my hood on. Keep the haggard flavor. All right. Let's. I think that this one has the pawn in the middle, which is obviously going to be fun if we decide to play that. Okay. Let's go drop these sheep off to make sure we don't run out of food. It's one of the biggest mistakes I often make. Okay, drop the sheep. There we go. Let's go to the middle. Do I have a beard? No, I don't. No, I don't have a beard. I've had them before. They look terrible. I wasn't blessed with good genetics as it pertains to growing facial hair. Yeah, it's not like awful, but it's not good. It's just yeah, it's very, very haggard, I would say is the most apt way of describing that. All right, so let's go see what's going on here. See what we can find. That'll be interesting to see. The king slaying. You know, it's weird. I've already forgotten that I have the king. I'm just like, to me, I can see how that's such an easy thing if you don't play this game mode often to overlook. So we actually can just build the Aachen near this tree line, and we don't even need to build a lumber mill. All right. So looking good, pretty close to aging up here. Let's get you down here to get the power of Jesus to these guys. We see 2 relics up on the top side. How would you rate CA's work on launch? So the launch of Warhammer 3 was very bad. It was very bad. But I think the game's improved a lot, and I enjoy it quite a bit. I mean, I know Total War isn't without its flaws, but it's a great game. I love it. It's good. I enjoy playing other games, though, because it keeps my passion for Total War, like, you know, solid. All right, so let's grab you guys. Let's do this, and we can do a little Aachen Chapel action here. Let's do that. Turn in. Do this. and just look for sheep on the edge of the map and see if I can find some more relics. Yes, give me the relics, precious. And we got the power of Jesus being given. Usually I think it's worth it to speed build the Aachen because it just gives you such a big economic boost. It's just so strong. It's so good and tasty. It's just like what Jesus always said, love thyself and put some elbow grease into it. Oh my God. Yeah. No, Jesus, he gets them fired up to work, dude. You know? Listening to those, I remember when I was in high school, I went to a high school that had a religious element to it. And, you know, nothing got me fired up to go back to my studies or, you know, play hard in our upcoming football games, like listening to some of the sermons they would preach. All right, let's get you guys here. Just gonna go fast castle, very standard HRE stuff. Let's have some terrible base layout. Let's get you in here. Let's get you guys in here. And keep looking around, seeing what we can find. I'm really excited for the Chaos Dwarves. Really, really excited. Yeah, they're gonna be fun. Okay, so we just need to gather a little bit of wood to basically get 2 stables. I legit haven't like found anybody else's base yet. Now we're on our way to Castle Age. It's gonna take a couple minutes, but we basically save up like for double stables so we can go secure all the relics. Okay, so we found one player here. That's gonna be Aniori. Up on the top side, and Aniori is getting the School of Cavalry, which means we could be facing some aggression. Hopefully not. We'll kind of keep tabs on that. And then we got the middle as well. Yeah, our base layout's pretty tight though. If we get aggression, we can like panic build a couple barracks and just get some spears out or something. Nothing like a mean nun to motivate you. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. And you know, strangely enough for me, going to like a religious high school was like a crazy experience because I was not really raised religious. Like I wasn't really taught anything about I didn't even know anything about religion till I was like went to that high school. My parents sent me there because it had a very good like college program and a couple of different things. It wasn't because my family was religious. So it was like my first exposure to religion, which it's very interesting to like read all that from the lens of somebody who's never, you know, wasn't raised that way. Like it was quite an experience. I have some funny stories from those times. Holy shit. Maybe we'll save them for a podcast someday. Okay. Perfect. So we got that. We see another Holy Roman to the south with relics all over the place. How are we looking on the sheep? Better bring back these guys. And the age is upon us. Outstanding. And we can probably get one of you as well. I think just in case French Knights decide to get a little bit crunk. Alright. Berry bushes. I grew up in California. Southern California. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, we're advancing well. Now let's go see what's going on over here, if we're going to be facing any funny business. Lost my pod, but hey, I'm glad you had a good time. That's what really matters. It's usually worth it to get the wheelbarrow in my experience. So enough on golds. We probably need to keep some on the wood. Okay, to do this, so let's go up to the top. Let's get like a spearman. Just a spearman should be fine. A couple there. Grab you guys, come back down to wood. That's what she said. And I would imagine most folks are going to be going to TC. Yeah, but it's really important to have the double stable out with this build because then you can get control over the relics. Yeah, and then we're going to go Elsback, probably like in the corner with walls. Now, probably maybe not in the corner, maybe just in our base. Regicide's a whole different beast. It's a whole different beast. Did it make you glow? It's true. I am trading with Masso for 300. I like how the Haggard conspiracies have already started. All right, so let's get you, and we can set you up like right here. Just gonna build a very tight base. This is like the whole king dynamic is very interesting. Okay, do that, and get ready to party. My king is fighting the boar. Can the kings actually fight? I don't think they have any attacks, right? I don't think they do. Okay, so the house should come up, and that should get us out of this like Haggard supply block here. Let's go explore the rest of the map, see what everyone's up to. Got you guys. We can guard this. Outstanding. We build a couple religious characters here, and the next thing we need to do is build a... we could go for trade, but the relics are more important. So, but you still want a trade post to balance your economy with all the gold you're getting, essentially. Okay. Let's get you out here. Go down there. We have to take the goodies from our Holy Roman brother. Let's get some horsemen down here to support, and then you can kind of keep exploring the map. Looking good. And yeah, everything's going to code, I would say. Oh, wrong button there. Jeez. So I almost crashed my computer. And I think we have another prelate coming out, so we should have the third one. Usually you want to have the prelates like close to the relics or like on it before you get to that point. Okay. All right. Great job, guys. Let's go here. Hey, darling. All right. Thank you, darling. Really appreciate it. All right. So we got you. Let's go ahead and grab this and come back. And you grab this and come back here. All right. Pretty good food source over here. Check that out. So we already got two relics, I think. Yeah, 2 relics is pretty solid. Now we can build some knights and start upgrading our men-at-arms as well. Oh my god, this is so troll. Look at this. Oh, poor guy. He's trying to get his Regnants here. Evil cackles. That's hilarious. He went 2 TC, so that's the problem. That means I'm going to get all the relics here. We're going to be laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah, that's going to be a rough one for our neighbor. You guys like the evil cackle there? Okay, let's see that and bring it back. And you, buddy, can just jump back in here. He says, turn it out, could you? Of course, I get supply blocked again. That's what I deserve here. All right. Let's get the food upgrade. Oh my god, that's so funny. Huh? Put the relic in there. Got the knights. And cool. Let's pull back to the base. So that was pretty good. We definitely cackled like the heathen kings of old there. Okay, so everybody's reaching. He got Castle Age, but we got the relic from him, so it's gonna be pretty hilarious. Okay, we probably have too many on food at this point, so let's turn you guys in. Have you go into wood. We have another relic, so let's drop that. And unfortunately, I didn't spot any more relics, but imagine if I had Wolo, he would have garrisoned the town center, and I would have lost the guy, most likely. I don't think that would have gone super great. Okay, so let's go do a little bit of raiding north, see what we can find. And we can get a blacksmith here. Let's do that. Have Friar Tuck come up, and he can motivate some of these guys. Let's go see if we can do some raiding as well. Yeah, we still have somebody in Age 2 up here, so we're gonna go see if we can bully some king. And we can start the Great Wall here. Start working on that. Yeah, so we got 4 relics. Pretty sweet stuff. Let's gather up our forces, get ready to push in. I would imagine the French might have a couple knights. I'm not sure. Yeah, they do have some. All right, let's take them out real quick. We do have the age up advantage on them. Oh, no, we didn't get them. Get us around here. Surround them. There we go. Usually the HRE knights obviously won't trade super well with French, but let's get some upgrades. Yeah, even if we lose this, it doesn't matter. We're going to be able to come back with a big army here. All right. Very good. Setting up the wall here, because obviously there's going to be some angry HRE action from the south side. And cool. Looking good. So just keep that pressure on. Do this. Start setting up some racks. How do we get them? All right. So we got all those guys down. We got walls coming from the other direction. It looks like he's trying to set up more stables. Do what damage we can. Get some of you guys here. Give me those vills. Looks like he's fully garrisoned. All right. So that was worthy. That was a good little fight there. But we definitely need more, more production right now, because we have like a ton of resources, but we just don't have the tools to Get enough guys here. Probably grab a couple of you guys, get some stone. We need better security for our king. The fact that our king is sitting in the town center, I don't like that. We need to... This is Regicide. This is a different beast. All right, so let's grab you. Grab some of these gold workers. Set up the Aachen food economy here. And I would call that a good fight. That went reasonably well for us. All right, so yeah, of course, supply block of the gods. It's my favorite play in the game. It's like the... Several times I've been supply blocked here. I like how we just took both relics from our friend on the south. That was so funny. Holy shit. We could just go imp now too. We definitely have the gold for it. 4 relic HRE is pretty erect, although I think getting a keep up would be prudent. Could also just try and take down one neighbor here. That's the other school of thought, which I think is better because, yeah, it's going to be strong. Okay, keep on the wood. Get you guys over here. And you can come give them the Jesus. Okay, so the men-at-arms are on the way. Keep the upgrades coming out. We can also mix in some spearmen. Could set up another tower out there, but I think we're okay. All right. So yeah, we're not like super close to Imperial. I do have several food upgrades coming in. A lot of dudes on the way out. Yeah, we need the king to be safe. I can't have him just dying like a potato. I saw what happened last game. I've learned the tactics. Yeah, Uravity made it. Yeah, he didn't win his pod, but he managed to get top 2, which is what the parameters are for today's event. So okay, so it's going to be a lot of men-at-arms. Upgrades coming across. We can get marching drills. Okay. Mix in you. And hopefully get a wood turn in here in a second and get another archer range. You want to start mixing in crossbows. Alright, so let's head up there. Let's see what's going on. We're going to go say hello. Let's get some land snakes as well, just because they're super cool. Land snakes will also be good against the what's it called? The Arbalest, if he decides to get them. They'll be okay, I suppose. Not like amazing, but... Alright, up here you go. Let's do that. So we'll get some keep action soon. Still going to take a couple minutes. Let's go see what this army... I would wager he built like a feudal army. Oh, hold on. I saw some funny business here. Green may be getting aggressive. He does. We can panic buy a keep. Okay, let's see this. Get a couple of you guys riding by into the eco. The men-at-arms should win this fight pretty well. Alright, so that fight should be handled. I think we got that on lock. The king is hiding in the TC. He just got castle age, so our timing was pretty impeccable, actually. And now he's got a keep coming up. Let's get you guys there. Get a couple knights to go pick off the villagers doing that. We got the king trapped. He's in the old TC. The villagers are all running for it. Okay, I have to keep an eye on this because the king could make a run for it. Is the king going to make a run for it? Oh, he's pulling everything to get this done. All right, there's no way he's going to get that done. Okay, is the king still in there? Did I miss it? Might have missed it. Oh, wow, that's like a full pull right there. All right, guys, keep the pressure on. Get ready to go to the next age. Looking good. This is just a for fun game. We're waiting for the grand finals because I casted one round and then some of the other... How are the rounds looking, Gunhound? Are there still matches going, by the way? All right. So yeah, we're giving it an old test run here. Oh, there's the king. He's making a run for it. He's blending in with the villagers. Okay, he's too slow. Yeah, we got him. Man, the kings actually have 200 HP. Kind of tanky. Ah, perfect timing, right? As we get a worthy adversary here from the other side. Okay, so let's head back down south. It's a good thing I built that wall. Jeez. Okay. Okay, let's make some spears here. Make some crossbows. Looks like the Great Wall of his empire is on the way. We should have the keep up, and the king is in the TC for now, but... I like it. It's like an epic movie scene. The army returning. The villagers are harried, my lord. We must fall back and defend the keep. All right, so the keep should keep us alive here. And yeah, I think we're okay. We lost like maybe like 1 or 2 villagers. Okay, so let's get the king. Let's get the Chad King in there. The army moves back, and now we keep securing all the goodies here. Now we can get ready for war. Our king is now in a keep. Emergency repairs, so we need to get a prelate to grab one of the relics and put it in there. Alright, so if he wants to do that, we'll just chase him with those units. And it looks like we got all the farms being worked, which is great. And now we will go try and shut down this wall. See if we can get past it. That'd be quite nice to not have to siege that down. Alright, relics in the keep. Outstanding. Alright, so looks like Aachen is still going strong. Alright, we got through. We got 15 dudes, I believe. Are they still garrisoned somewhere? Where did I keep those guys garrisoned? Huh. Weird. Okay, loose formation. Go take those down. Now we keep the pressure on. Way too many on gold, geez. Way too many on gold. And I know we need to get more food economy, but for now we'll hit the wood. Okay. We got way more production. We need a lot more wood. Okay. You were worried about landmark sniping? Yeah, no, it's just it's the king, man. Just gotta look out for the king. I think we got this one. I think we're in pretty good shape here. Yeah, so let's get some more Aachen farms. Aachen farms are pretty sweet. Here's his king hiding here. Okay, so let's do this. Get some more production. Ah, the dreaded panic keep. I too just did this against you. So I panicked at the incursion of your knights. So Masso's on the other side. I'm sure looking extra scary. Okay, let's get you guys to bash those villagers. So he's basically toast. Yeah, we just killed a lot of his eco, so he's probably gonna have trouble recovering from that. Plus the thing is, I got 4 relics, which is pretty OP. Did we not destroy this? Oh shit. Okay, keep bashing those guys down. Should be able to get through the walls here. Very good. And you guys do this. Looks like the farm eco is going good. Masso with the Imperial Age, though. So Masso might be a tyrant. We're not sure. We're not sure. We're just trying to eliminate as many of our neighbors here as possible. Okay. And let's buy a little bit more stone. Do we stop the keep? Oh my god, he's got one guy building this keep right now. I really need to go Imperial. I really do. Get that villager! Don't let him finish it. Crossbows are still at the ready. Let's buy a little bit of this so we can do some more archer ranges. Is Masso just going to show up with a 200 stack of spears? I feel like that's what's going to happen. Oh, he's mustering pretty good armies, all things considered. Okay, we're just being dragged by that, so let's get back here. Let's get back here. Take this down. I need to go imp now too. I can't afford to be that far behind the other player. A hurricane of spears is coming for me. I know, I'm a little bit nervous about it, to be honest. I can hear the footsteps. So let's just gather up. We don't need to like finish him now, right? Men-at-Arms should be able to win that fight. So let's save up for imp now. I think we have all the food upgrades and everything, so. Prior tuck do that. We smash through this. Knights are going down. Yeah, so now we're saving for imp. I'm going to stop producing army for now. You can't win with wonder. You can't win with wonder. This, how is he Rus? I know. I don't know. I literally only get Rus nowadays in my matches. It's the grand conspiracy. Alright, so yeah, definitely L's back is going to be the way. I mean, I know my villager count isn't great, but I think 4 relics is enough to handle that. But I think in this game mode, being able to, although having a keep with a relic in it almost feels as if it's enough, but an L's back right in the middle would be pretty sweet. Alright, so let's grab you guys and turn in. And come over here and get an L's Chad Palace. Because Regicide is all about protecting the king, right? So we're gonna play that way. And then he can grab that relic when it's time. We'll continue fighting here. Other upgrades. Let's get you. I think we have all the food upgrades that are pertinent. We got walls coming up. Taking their sweet time, but yeah, progress is progress. I'm really hyped for the Chaos Dwarves, man. I'm really hyped for it. I'm not really good at like following news and games and all that, but I am thoroughly excited. Masso's gonna be scary, for sure. I think, oh my god, he got the wall up. That's so troll. All right, well, it is what it is. So let's get a siege workshop. We can continue torching the base down with just these guys. Hand cannoneers, sure, why not? How are we looking here? That for a little bit of vision. Get the mass eco upgrades. And yeah, now it's all coming together. We still got to finish off green though. And the Dark Lord Masso comes for us. Okay, let's grab you, put this here. Oh my god, my king wasn't in the pallet? He wasn't in the keep? Are you serious? Should be getting in there, right? Alright, so let's get over here. Do a bombard cannon. That troll villager sneaking behind me. Sneaky, sneaky. These guys are chasing him all angrily. Okay, so the king is indeed in here now. Look at him getting all cunning. So, how are we looking on the top side? The wall's almost done, so if Masso were to attack, it would be like from green side most likely. Hand cannoneers will be good units. Let's see what other gold we got. We'll set up trade eventually too. That'll compensate for our lack of TCs. Dude, I know, so many big things. 40k 10th edition too. I'm very hyped for that. The game was very convoluted, so getting like a simplified system I think is a huge win. Alright, so let's get you guys here. Do this. Bombard cannon, come over there too. Just haggardly chasing down all these like crossbows with men at arms. Just the worst outcome possible. Okay. Let's get some stables. We can get in here and chase these dudes down. Bombard cannons at the gates. Yep. Make more of you guys. Looks like that is secure. Grab this. We got towers coming up all over the place. And where's the trade post? So the trade post is up here, so we'd want to be down by green's base here. Oh, we still got these guys. Okay. Hey, we've gotten in. All right. So now we're into the cookie jar. Start massing out some horsemen. Should be an adequate counter. All right. So we're in. Let's go see if we can find his king and put an end to this. Yeah, man. There's so much stuff going on in the Warhammer sphere. It's pretty exciting. All right. So how are we looking here? Getting our little tower set up. We're coming for that king. Look at him. Look at this. Look at this trolliness here. Am I gonna have to like hide someone there? I think so. And we can make some do hosting too. Save a little bit of money. Takes down production infrastructure. We need to get a uni. Let's get a university upgrade. Man, it's 450 wood is a lot. 450 wood is no joke. Plowing through this, and let's go ahead and optimize our farming situation. So, what can we do? We can delete this house and this. Just get some farms down there. We need to get that sweet Aachen. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's the good stuff right there. All right, so heading into the base. Let's get you guys upgraded and move into the farms. More keeps to protect the king? I mean, eventually, yeah, that's the plan. It's going to happen. I'm just waiting for like, what is Masso doing, you know? He's been so quiet. A dark wizard. And I'm not like financially that well off here. He's probably hiding the king in the keep back there, which I would guess is going to be the play. Another keep here with another relic in it. It will make it extra hard to take down. All right, so the HRE boys are on their way. We don't need that upgrade. Let's get the ranged armor upgrade. And tithe barns. I need to get tithe barns. So let's sell some food. The king isn't in there either. He's hiding his king somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, the dreaded springs, huh? Guy's a scrapper, man. He's holding on for dear life here. Okay, should be able to get wipes on all those. Keep hitting that. Alright, so we got all the spring ults. We didn't lose it. Pull you down here, repair this bad boy. And the Ramstein is on the way, which will help us clear the base a little bit quicker. Yeah, Masso must just be growing strong in the shadows. That would be my guess. Okay, keep knocking down that TC, please. Let's hit that keep. We were watching. Okay, spears. Why not? Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh dear god. You guys seeing this shit? You guys seeing this? I'm so glad I just built some random ass keeps in my base. Alright, so let's get you guys. Do that. Take this, and move back up. Oh my god. It's happening. I should have known. We literally had it happen like all the previous games. Alright, so let's get you up here, guys, and just go find some wood. Well, he's gonna live a little bit longer. That's for sure. Do that, get a keep in there. I guess we're fighting Masso now. Okay, he's got 2 keeps there. We should be able to knock that down with some siege equipment. Okay, at least I'm not dead. Like, we have good defenses here. Our economy is still in good shape. Let's drop this off here. Cannon placement. Alright, so now we can start trapping these bad boys down. Let's have you go raid the eco down here and see what we can find. I wonder if he managed to get any relics. That'd be interesting. Okay, so we're moving and a grooving. I deserve this. But now we have a direct line into his base, I think. Man, he really came a long way. I don't know how direct of a line it's going to be. Do we have any more siege equipment coming out? No, not at the moment. Wood is a little bit of a sparse resource around here. Okay, so we're going to see what we can find. Trying to garrison villagers. Let's go hunting. Alright. Is that his king? Oh, I thought that was his king for a second. I was going to be like, holy shit. We actually found his king. He's setting up his walls here. Alright, so green just barely survives. And the dream of trade is not dead. It's certainly not going to be amazing, but we can get some here. And can we get more rams? We could start ramming those things down. Though I just feel like traps are just going to be better. We have a good bank, though. We have a pretty good bank. No Imperial Age horsemen yet. Can't quite get them there. Might as well start upgrading archers. We're going to need them at some point. Is it possible to have a king and a relic? Yeah, that's what we have right now. Yeah, we have triple keep with relics here. Thankfully, Masso doesn't have any siege equipment, so that's nice. But he has been fishing for quite some time, which probably means he's very strong. Alright, so where are the siege equipment? Are they on the way? They are. Perfect, so let's start knocking down the keeps. So we're going to be getting attacked by our friend here as well. So we need to just knock these down. Get cannon placements. Honestly, I think we need to go south and finish off green. Like, I know it's a little bit cagey, a little bit risky, but I think it needs to happen. Get a little bit of trade going so we have some sustainable gold. Because Masso will come, for sure, in greater numbers at some point. But we can't let this this action in the south fester. Okay, rams, sure, why not? And it looks like we've successfully knocked down the keeps here. So now we can turn our efforts to the south. Masso does have both sacreds, but on Regicide, this game mode, you can't win with just sacreds. Okay, let's get you guys. Go in and dive this and this. Go see if he's watching. Thankfully, we can repair through this pretty quickly here. Okay, looks like he wasn't protecting those, so we're going to be able to get in. Cause some havoc. Did we get him? Okay, so he does have an army. Oh, he's English. Shit. I did not realize he was English. And a choke point? That's not good, actually. He might actually be able to kill me. Yeah, if the other guy helps him, I think one-on-one I'd be fine. Because I am a pretty erect HRE here. Charging into my keeps. Let's take the fight. I don't think he's got any like mangoes or anything like that. Looks like his army quality is pretty good, though. And, yeah, we can get culverins. Probably not a bad idea. Rams. Let's pull in the Rams. So do host them out. And you guys can just actually go here. Alright, so I think we're slowly winning this fight. It's emergency repairs that stables. Might as well squeeze every morsel of value we can. Do we have the final food upgrade yet? Not yet. Man, that's an expensive upgrade, Jesus. Alright, so we routed that army back, which is good. So the English army is pushed away from our gates. Now we have more to focus on in the south. Walls are being rebuilt. Let's just kind of keep making him bleed stone. And the English have been repelled. Alright. So now what we can do is set up like a forward keep here. Just to kind of keep tabs on the situation. We have the Du Hast on the south. Let's gather our armies. Head here. Keep ramming on those gates. Outstanding. And let's do this, this, and this. Alright. So we need to finish our conquest of the bottom here. How much does this trade bring back? Only 44. It's pretty shit. Okay, one ram is down. He does have those mangonels behind the walls there. Crossbows up on the walls, chilling. Let's keep knocking down the walls so we can get a bigger entry here. Horsemen. Get some more stables. Yeah, because Masso is going to take a lot of effort. It's going to be a lot. Why can we not afford this? What are we missing? Oh, is it 250 wood? Are you serious? That's really what we're missing this whole time for that upgrade? Jeez. I wonder how much stone he has. He's probably like panic buying stone. The big stone wall of doom. If you guys gather right here. Get those upgrades. Yeah, so Regicide. I can see how games can definitely get stuck in a very, very long grind if you're not careful. Okay, let's get the power of Jesus over here. We could rush through. I don't know how well that would go. He's got villagers waiting. Let's see if we can get it in time. Nope, not gonna happen. Okay, so we just need more siege equipment. This is really what it is. Man, I'm just so low on wood though, it's crazy. Did they just purge that gold? That's what happened. Okay, this is actually a little bit precarious. Thankfully I still have some. He said, Masso, I'm trolling him, hurry. I love it. I love the last alliance that's been formed here. It's great. Let's get biology, get all those sweet upgrades, and get some hand cannoneers, get some horsemen and stuff. It's time for the Rams. The Du Hastening will come. Now that I have 49 villagers on this. Yeah, I mean, he's English too, one of my opponents, so like I could definitely suffer. I could definitely suffer here. Yeah, keeps versus England never feels good. It's very true, but at least they're Holy Roman keeps, so it's better. He's like, oh, I can't hold him much longer. Okay, let's get some Rams over there, dude. The Rams will give us the sustainability we need to punch through. All right, finally our wood economy is coming up in the world. Let's get the Rams. Gather them up. Eventually he will run out of stone. Alright, I think we can actually move up now. Is he actually not sealing it? Oh shit, okay, there he goes. Alright, we can move in. There we go, alright. That's quite a choke point to fight in though, it's definitely ugly. I think we'll try and brute force it though. In the meantime, we'll just keep knocking this down. Let's get the culverin to shoot that, if possible. If we can kill that mango, I think we're okay. Fan out the guns here. Nice shots. I think we just brute force him because we're so far ahead eco-wise. I think we're fine. Masso is in the north with a lot of villagers. So we can prepare a little bit of a dual-pronged raid here. Alright, so let's actually try this. Okay, I have an idea. I have a little something that I think could work. Okay, let's move the culverin up. You guys keep hammering the keep down. And yes, please. Do we ever get that gold node? We will. Yes, we see his Dread Legion over here. Not an easy push through, but the keep is now under siege, so we're making progress. And let's go ahead and make some more of you guys. We can truly produce an army worthy of Mordor. Okay, once we get that keep down, we'll be good. Spears are not even upgraded. Wow. Yeah, I'm like not even that rich. I'm actually kind of like stretched thin right now. Yeah, that'll be useful for like some weird side flanking. Oh, hello. Make sure, is my army like stuck here? Oh my god, look at the pathing on these things, Jesus. Are you serious? They can't get past that? I've never seen that. Quite like that before. Need to make sure he doesn't reseal this. Okay, gather up. Once that's down, we should be ready to party. We need more Ramstein action. Alright, let's dive this. I don't know, he's calling GG. I don't know why. I feel like he's not in bad shape. Maybe he doesn't have an army anymore. Oh, is Masso killing him? What? Masso killed you? What? Why would he do that? Oh my god. Masso with the dreaded backstab, dude. Oh, the humanity. Alright, let's go through here. Masso backstabbed him? I thought they were allies. What treachery is this? That's insanity, guys. Okay, well, this is why we built this here. So now we can go purge here. Like, we're gonna lose this army here, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, let's do this. Got the villager push, or the split push. I was betrayed? Dude, I can't believe you were betrayed like that. That's insane. Yeah, Theoden, dude, you straight up got betrayed, homie, but Masso's losing a lot of eco here. I don't know if he's aware of this. Just got like knights butchering his the back of his base. Dude, our rams are just gonna be touching and partying here. No sense making rams. Horsemen do pretty good. Oh my god, he's just losing like 500 villagers. I don't know if he sees that. Even England isn't immune to that. Dude, I can't believe he betrayed him like that. That was brutal. All right, let's get into his base and go see what else we can find. In the meantime, his army will come, but it's marching to its doom. Because we are getting a lot of eco damage on Homeboy here. Okay, let's go up here. You guys chase these vills. Let's keep you guys moving into the back of the base. And yeah, this army is going to get... I mean, our defenses are super stalwart. Like, super stalwart. Okay, let's go here. Get into his farms. That's how you beat English. You don't fight them head-to-head. I mean, you can, but... Oh, he's trying to hide his king in the corner. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so alright. So let's just keep hammering. Keep you guys fighting here. Kill all the trebs. And then we just move straight into his base here and... give him the old dirty. Alright. So it looks like he's hiding his king up on the top of the map. Which is fine. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's go around the top, and then you guys can just come gather here. We don't care about his king. We're just gonna he said I have made a mistake. Dude, why would he betray his ally? You know? I don't get that. How much is he trading for, by the way? Holy shit, he could have some dank trade. Oh my, there's only 3 pods done? There's still pods going, are you serious? Oh my god. That's wild. Oh, 196 a pop. Shit, I could actually be in danger, potentially. Okay, so let's go do this. Pull you guys, set this up here. Move in, we still got these guys going. Let's get them into the farms. Start torching. Traders are shut down. This farm eco is going to be in big danger now, as we're going to do a keep plant here. A little bit risky, but if we can get it going, that's going to be good. Yeah, because it's going to like interrupt his supply lines and definitely be disruptive. I don't think he's got enough villagers here to stop us. Yeah, no, we're fine. Masso, you have no one to blame but yourself. Yeah, I'm actually shocked at this development here. Okay, let's pull you guys back. Okay, he's got a big army here. Let's retreat you guys. What's our eco at? 114? That's actually pretty healthy. Yeah, and his farmers are getting just absolutely butchered back here. So now we go down and under and just loop back around and try and kill as much eco as we can. Basically against English, it's just attack on all fronts kind of stuff, you know? Just harass and troll. And is there any uni upgrades I don't have? We can do these two. Yeah, court artisans and those aren't terrible. All right, let's keep the knights going here. We have the dreaded flank coming underway. Now what we can do is make him listen to some Ramstein. So this is going to be the Du Hostening right here. Okay, so let's start torching houses. He's found me. Once again, I've been discovered. Let's get on these villas here. Take down some houses. Let's try and supply block him if possible. Now the Ramstein. Now the Ramstein commences. Alright, you guys go down here, set up some cross-map trade. Should be good. We need to do that to keep up with his English gold. Obviously, it could go quite south. Let's go get into the farms again. So this army's going to go down here, but not until we run to the corner here. Okay. Let's make some rams. Try and break through the English gates. I can't believe there's still a game going. Like I thought that we would for sure. Like we're playing a full regicide match here. You know, and yet we still go strong. Masso has found me. Man, his farms are pretty empty. Got to shut that trade down. Okay, looking good. So let's start gathering the split pushing units here. We'll start making horsemen just to save money. Oh shit, what the hell's going on there? Wow, that's some Bronze Odia shit right there. Okay, Rams, let's do host it. We need more archer ranges. And I need to update my lumber mills because I'm a potato. Alright. Outstanding. Here comes the Ramstein. Oh, he discovered my little rat's nest there. Well played. Alright, horsemen. Let's go cut off trade. Let's go park at the root here. And what else do we have? Do we have any stone we could grab? I think we do. Yeah, there's some stone on the map. Nice. Surely don't need more workers. He's obviously hiding his king. I feel like hunting his king is going to be harder. It's going to be too difficult. You know, I should be using the Jesus. I should be using the prelates to motivate my army. I never do that. I feel like that's kind of a fun idea. Alright, so let's get you guys down here and here. Keep moving through the old armies. Okay, here he comes to fight us. Let's pull the Rams back because it's kind of pointless to just sacrifice them there. We have too many vills at the moment, so let's delete some of you guys. Looks like we've hunted down his traders, so the trade's being starved out. Smeagol has been giving us updates the last spot. It's him, Ezra, and Dibby left in a dreaded... Oh my god, yeah. Those are all like really scrappy players too. Like really, really scrappy players. Like none of which are gonna go quietly into the night. So just in case he gets through, we need to be like turbo entrenched here. That is a thick army, but it's mostly basic units. All right, so we're in his farms again. Yeah, nice. Yeah, we're in the farms. That's the good stuff right there. So now we just hold him here, basically. Let's get the repairs there. Did we ever get burning oil? Yeah, we did. Oh my god, this whole army's getting burning oiled. Let's go see if we can find more eco. He is England. Dude, look how scary this army is. Jesus. Thank the dark gods we have these layers of keeps. Yeah, there's no way he gets through all that. Okay, let's take down the trebs. And take down the trebs. Yes, get them all. Let's get you guys together here. Yeah, we just killed his Artie, so that's basically, he's not going to be able to get in. Oh, he's doing a little bit of a run by here. I'm actually really low on food. I mean, he's definitely threatening to mess me up here. The late game English is no joke. All right, keep doing your thing. What does his army look like? Okay, we still have some forces chasing him. Not sure where he's going right there. A lot of units running through the old meat grinder. Hopefully he'll start running out of food and resources soon. Maybe he's looking for my king. I'm not sure. I have no idea what his schemes are. Okay, let's gather some troops here. Yeah, our food is just not able to keep up with his. That's really what I'm seeing right now. Okay, so he's going for the... Oh, he's going for the main base, maybe? Not sure. Looks like we held on fine. Okay, let's move down here. What I probably need to do... Do I still have some bills here? I do. Great. Is do some hosting over there. I would wager his food's got to be hurting now. Okay, found my little stone workers. Now I'm down to a lower eco. Okay, so the Rams are pushing in. How are we looking here? Let's make some knights a little bit more sustainable in combat. I think the split pushing has been effective. It's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. All right, so we cleaned up the last of those attacks. And let's just make some siege. Some siege, since we have the resources for it. Yeah, we need food is what we need, like bad. Okay, so we got some stone towers here. Let's get those all upgraded. You know where my king is, dude. Don't act like it's some hidden secret. I see him scouting with some units there, which is pretty funny. All right, so he's got his trap. We don't have any emergency repairs. Maybe we can just go snipe this real quick. We'll see if he's watching. Okay. And these guys are ready to party. Let's go see if we can cut off some trade here. Worth the dive if we can get it, that's for sure. Don't know if we're going to, though. Yeah, we're going to need just, like, straight up more food, although we do have 41 food eco. It's not like it's bad or anything. Alright, so let's do that. Control-Shift-A. Grab our traders, and we can have them do that. Reset our trade route so it's more effective. So now that we have siege equipment, we should be able to fight them in these chokes much better. Yeah, you can see that's... And we have the power of Jesus now, see? We got the villagers there doing their thing. Okay, so just gathering up a Doom Legion. Yeah, we got the motivated army, which is pretty sweet. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Doesn't look like there's any trade or anything going down. I think he's all traded out, although maybe not. Let's grab you. Get a little bit of vision here. Hard to keep up with that. Hey, have fun at work, man. I know that's probably not how it usually goes. Work isn't always usually fun, but it's good to have you here, man. All right, so we got the one-on-one duel of fates now. We have wolves joining my enemy's cause. All right, let's grab you guys. Do this. Move up, prepare to party. Let's do that. All right, so now we move forward. Set up keep here under pressure. And you guys can go jump on that stone. It is time. Let there be a reckoning. The Alpha Strike cometh. Or the attempt at it, which is gonna probably fail, but that's okay. Alright, where are we at? So he's here in the choke point, waiting for me, probably with like, you know, super entrenched. What was this? Okay, so we got that. Let's get down here. Okay. Overall, seems to be going pretty well. We got the rams coming. Those are mostly spearmen, so yeah, we're gonna have a hard time fighting them off. He's got to be hurting on resources now, I would wager. Yeah, it looks like we're getting through. The power of Jesus is strong here. How many villas do we got? Let's go see what he's got up here. Yeah, his farms have, I think, mostly been shut down. Okay. Make some more rams. You guys just do this. Take you down. Man, we are just really tight on resources. Like, we're winning this, but it's like, it is close. He could come back. What is our supply right now? Yeah, we have a big military. Does he have anything in the corner here? I'd be curious. Let's go scout. The Haggard ram split pushing wasn't as great as I thought it would be. Okay, let's keep moving through, torching down what we can. So take down vills, take down vills. Trying to get more production here. So whatever damage we can do is great. Yeah, nice. We're getting a lot of villager damage here. That's what you gotta do. Take out the old English. Yeah, you know, I think the motivated element is pretty good. Nice, we just got a lot of damage back there. Okay, let's get some more vills on the way. A lot of carnage, 100%. Yeah, I think we finally got the momentum though, because, you know, if you don't kill the English player's eco behind your attacks, then they just will usually outtrade you, but his eco has been pretty hampered for a while, so I would wager that that is getting the job done. So just kind of slowly push through his buildings. Masso is playing great though, man. He's playing like a champ. I remember when he was the Dreadlord of Spears. You killed him. Betrayal. He said, "Where's Rexosaurus?" See, if he hadn't killed Rexosaurus and they had teamed up on me, I'd lose that game probably. Like, there's no way. Betrayal. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to fight them 2v1, I don't think. I could probably hold for a long time, but eventually they would get me, I think. Okay, let's keep it up. Let's get the siege upgrade here. We still have that stupid wolf attacking us down there. Build some towers here. Look at Rexosaurus, he's still in chat. Finals are launching now, dude. That's like perfect timing. Alright, Rams, let's get in there. Let's go give him the due host. Keep torching things down here. Don't have enough wood. It is. Man. Where was Rexosaurus when the Masso fell? I know, it's so apt. My bad, Rex. I owe you my life. You guys would have won 2v1 for sure. Yeah. Just the Haggard betrayals. Holy Romans, man, they're such a fun civ. Yeah, AC's mostly. He's got some hand cannon here still. Still butchering through the old farmers. Trying to dive my artillery, so we pull back, move the artillery towards the army, and then stack on top of them just like that. And now we can fight them off. Yeah. Alright, Rams, you guys just keep doing your thing. Horsemen are just dying, basically. Okay, do we have enough for more Rams? Let's go ahead and get some of you. Slowly working the farms down. Berkshire Palace is going to take a while to kill. It's going to take some sweet time. Right. But now we got a lot of bombard cannons coming out, so it should be okay. Yes, another wave of units. You have no idea the level. No, you wasn't trolling, Rex. You were playing great, dude. You were like doing the wall building stuff. That's some high level stuff, dude. You did great stuff with that. It was good. It was good. Gotta give yourself some credit, man. All right, so let's do this. Set up a tower here. We need to take down the Berkshire, and then from there we should be able to do the rest. Masso getting west folded. I like how we're turning that into, you know, that type of language. Yeah, perfect. Get west folded, bro. Yeah, it's pretty trippy. So I have a brother who is in his early 20s. He's much younger. I'm turning 35 soon. I'm 34. I have a brother who's like 22, and like it's weird talking to him, and like, you know, if you make like Lord of the Rings references or something, it just goes right over their heads, right? It wasn't like they didn't grow up with it, so some kids did. You know, it depends on the parents, I suppose. Yeah. Oh man, look at the haggard villager rebellion. I've been trying to tell you I'm from your chess hammer thing. I remember now. Yeah, I remember. That's awesome. That was a long time ago. Is he trying to? Oh, look, he's trying to convert my Rams to Christianity here. It's like, see the power of Jesus. And the Rams are just kind of looking at him. Where is he hiding his king? Ah, it's in the White Tower. Okay. It is in the dreaded White Tower. All right, cannon should be here soon. Let's keep grooving. We got our bombards slowly rolling over. You guys remember the days of like turbo artillery? How awful that was? I mean, they, like, look, the younger generation knows of Lord of the Rings, but like the depth of which, and you're also very engaged in like gaming culture and online culture where like Lord of the Rings references are very, oh look, he sacrificed his king. GG, well played. That was a close game. Holy shit. I'm actually from Westworld for real. That's cool. Yeah. GG, fellas. My bad, Rex. It's all good, Masso. I love that Masso betrayed him for no reason. That's my favorite. I was wondering why Rex was like giving up on fighting me. I was like, man, Rex has been fighting me off all game and like defending so well, and then his army just stops, like disappeared, and then I just see him go down, and the dreaded Masso backstab. I love how like in our community, like it's a small enough like community. Of course, we have a lot of new folks coming in, which is great with Age of Empires, but it's like it's still like niche enough that your reputation will follow you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's fun. You know, like you have like these moments that are always remembered. Will not stand the highly piles your people are slandered. Oh my god. Yeah, no. I've been having so much fun painting the Lord of the Rings game. I'm painting Boromir. His model is so haggard. If you guys haven't seen the Boromir model from the tabletop game, it's straight up like a metal model from the early 2000s. It's a county in Norway. Oh, that's cool. It's cool, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand finals. We are on the Thunderdome, baby. Spawning on the southwest side of the map. It's going to be the Dark Lord Gravity playing the Rus. Pretty good map for the Rus. Lots of woods, lots of anti-cabins. Up to the northwest, it's going to be a Chinese champion, Taha. Taha won the last game against Uravity, so Uravity probably going to be seeking vengeance as the Chinese king goes to take shelter. Up in the northwest, it is going to be too easy. He's going to be our English champion. Bring in the bangers and mash and English breakfast and all that sort of delicious tea. Up in the far north, we do have Leto the Duke Atreides, making it to the grand finals like a champ. He is here with his town center. To the east, we do also have Smeagol. Of course, Smeagol's here, guys. Of course he's here. He just has to be. Yeah, Aragorn's model is the worst, 100%. There are some just horrific models, but the Minas Tirith soldiers look pretty good. Anyway, to the east, we have Xlav. Xlav is going to be our English player. To the south, we have Paddy. Paddy is going to be our HRE champion. And to the far south of the map, it's going to be the Dark Lord, Dark Hunter Ezra. Yeah, it makes sense. Dark Lord, Dark Hunter. He's a really scrappy player. Ezra is very solid and very tenacious. So yeah, we're in for a knockdown, drag-out game. This is going to be Thunderdome, which I'm very grateful the finals are on the Thunderdome, because if it wasn't, I guarantee you Smeagol will find a way to make Thunderdome last a long time. Like, he's going to end up in the corner somewhere. You see how he's already scouting? Have you guys noticed this? Smeagol's already scouting the edge of the map, looking for like little rat's nest where he can like plant his empire. I love it. It's very Skaven, very much in flavor. So good times, good times. So the battle is on. We can do a little bit of fast forwarding to catch up to the live state of the game. So players, of course, exploring the map, grabbing sheep. Thunderdome is very small. You can see the distance between the bases is like so minuscule. They can get to each other so incredibly quickly, which I think favors English. England is really nasty because they can get like White Tower, start pumping out trebuchets from the White Tower at a faster speed, and they can just siege down your base. If you proxy White Tower on somebody's base before they can get castle, dude, the troll toll is straight up just going to be paid. That actually kind of worked out well. We got to skip past the Dark Ages, in which nothing really happens in FFA games typically. And no big attacks or anything like that. All is calm on the front, and now we can go back to the regular game speed. So here we are. Oh, are we on like half speed right now? Okay. Now we're back to regular speed. So 2TC coming in from our English player from Too Easy. So he's going to be trying to get that serious macro engine going, playing for the late game pressure. Down to the south, we see Taha with probably Song Dynasty, I would wager. Although we only see the Barbecue of the Sun. We see that sweet, sweet barbecue. We don't see any of the... Yep, there it is. Okay, I was looking for the Imperial Academy, but it is on the way. So it's going to be Song Dynasty as well. To the southwest, from your Avity, we see Golden Gate. It's the best landmark. It's so good for the Rus, I'm saying. It just gives you a way of getting infinite stone late game, which isn't as pertinent in this format because Wonder spam isn't like... Wonders win like probably 80-90% of our games in FFA. You know, it's the nature of the beast when you have like 8 people and nobody wants to, you know, be aggressive. The Wonder's going to be the win con, but yeah, this is going to be really, really fun. Ezra on the south side is going to be going Holy Romans. Now, if you guys do not know, on the Thunderdome map, Holy Romans are hands down the strongest civ, in my opinion. He's already getting a Regnitz Cathedral at 6 minutes and 50 seconds, which is insane. So if Ezra is able to get like 2 or 3 relics here, he's just going to be so strong. And he does have one right next to his base. Uravity camping his relics with triple scout. Wow, look at that. That's some cheeky stuff here. But yeah, there's a relic also in his base. So he's basically guaranteed 2 relics. Like there's no way he's not getting these. So that's going to be very, very strong. Over to the east, we do have Paddy. Paddy going to be on the Holy Romans as well. Aachen Chapel is here, but a much slower age up. Is Paddy going to be going 2TC or something? Let's see. No. So Paddy just doing a bit of a slower tech up, which is... I mean, it might pay off depending on if these relics are grabbed, but generally speaking, you know, this is the way to do it. The fastest castable possible, just take the greed. That's how you get ahead in FFA games. Up to the top, we have Xlav. He is coming in with the English Farmville 2TC build. So most of the English players playing a very conservative eco build, going 2TC with farms. Up on the north side of the map, we have another Holy Roman. That's going to be Smeagol. Smeagol, of course, there's a Regnitz Cathedral in the corner of the map. Now, how many relics will he get? At least 2 relics here. It looks like each player basically has 2 relics in their own base, which that's why this map's so good for Holy Romans. On top of the fact that it's small, and HRE can really put a ton of pressure on you once they get to Castle Age, like really, really hard. So, who are you guys rooting for, by the way? Who do you want to win? Let me know in chat who your mighty champions are, and we can watch them do battle. Abbey of Kings from Duke Leto. So he is literally getting an 8-minute? Why is this so slow? So he's getting an 8-minute Abbey of Kings up to the feudal? He set up towers here. Okay. I think it's the fact that he set up so many towers and he's going to go 2TC farm build. Okay, it's just a really, really greedy build. But he could potentially be far behind from this. I would imagine maybe he'll make a king. Oh, he can crown a king. Can you have 2 kings? You could have like the king and his brother. It's like his cousin riding around on the horse. Yeah, Smeagol does have a... Oh my god, dude. Look at this. He's like setting up walls. He's already got this. I mean, he is just fully leaning into the Smeagol playstyle. I think I'm going to watch some Lord of the Rings tonight, actually. All this talking of it's got me in the mood. Over to the west, what do we got? It looks like Uravity going to be doing some castle pressure. Crossbows in tandem with stables. Going to be doing battle with Dark Hunter Ezra, who is playing very greedy. Ezra has not built any military infrastructure. And the way that you get like turbo fast Castle Age is by basically skipping military infrastructure and keeping everybody on food and gold. So if Uravity goes pedal to the metal and gets like pure turbo aggression here against Ezra, this would be the timing. It would need to be right now. Yeah, he gets double kings. What if there's like a bug in this game mode where it like counts this king as one of your kings, and if he dies, you lose? That would be pretty crazy. Hopefully that's not the case. I just thought of that. I was like, that could be a problem. Yeah, so if nobody stops Ezra, he's going to be unholy. He's already got 4 relics, so that's really insane. And maybe potentially going to be able to grab more. I don't think so. I think that is going to be the cap. We have knights and crossbows coming out, so mostly just crossbows to counter HRE. HRE players, obviously, in 1v1 will typically open with stables when Castle Age, and that's the counter crossbow spam, and then they can switch into men-at-arms once they have a proper counter to the crossbows. That's more the meta. Oh my god, he's getting 5 relic HRE, dude. That is nuts. So now he needs to get some wood and get a marketplace. If he gets a marketplace, he's going to be able to balance his economy and basically spend that excess gold to buy whatever resource he needs and chill out. English just having a good old jolly time up here, enjoying their English breakfast, which I have to say, when I went to England, that was probably my favorite thing about like the culinary aspect of things. Like the fish and chips was kind of fun and all, but I don't like super fried food. But the English breakfasts were pretty awesome. Like having a nice coffee with an English breakfast and some tea in the morning was quite a fun experience. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Finally, a chance for James, King of England, to show his quality. Yeah, I love it. It's great. Solid reference, brother. Solid. HRE over here. Oh my god, are we going to get a burger rush? Okay, we have what appears to be a little bit of burger aggression coming out from Patty. That is pretty exciting. So it looks like we're going to have 3 of those. We got Rams coming out. Oh my god. Patty is going for the kill, which is very risky. Yeah, look how many. Oh, he has his king. Oh, he pulled his king out of the town center. I think he was rallying his troopers here. So Xlav could be in some trouble. No, not at all. So honestly, I think Patty is going to be in one of the weaker situations here. The timing of this is just, I guess it could. Ezra could die, actually. Ezra's greed is pretty serious. It looks like he's going to start making horsemen here. Because, oh my god, Ezra's building to fight Uravity's crossbow spam, okay? But then, from the east, the Dread Lord Patty arises with his men-at-arms. And hey, that's one way to get relics. You let your opponent gather them all, you go kill him. And I actually was not expecting Patty to come this direction. Okay, so Ezra is in serious danger now. Some knights are being produced. Villagers are going to have to go TC. Yeah, 6 relics, guys. The Wololo's coming out. That's a really good play. Oh, the double Wololo defense. And do we have the horseman coming out soon? Okay, here it comes. It's going to drop in a second. And he's going to layer them. That's quite good. Okay, he drops 1. So it's going to force those guys back. It's buying a little bit of time here. And here comes another one. Oh my god, is it going to get it? Oh no, he messed it up. Just barely. And the men-at-arms able to bash him. And now we do have some knights out, but it is only 1 knight. And this is a full-on burger rush. The burgers are being produced. Here comes the Wololo. He better pop it. Oh god, he's not going to get it. The relics are dropping like flies. And Dark Hunter Ezra is going to get punished for his greed. He didn't build any military early. That's very dangerous when you have an HRE neighbor. You gotta be scouting to see if the Burger Palace is coming, and then, plan accordingly. The Knights are obviously pretty good against men-at-arms, but I think this is going to be the end of Ezra. I think he's going to pay the troll toll. Ezra's a beast for sure, a really good player, but, he got caught unaware, and, now Uravity is sieging him too. So all those relics going to go in the can. Oh, the convert, is it going to go down? Oh, did he get it? Oh my god, they just barely got out of range of that. All right, so Ezra's going to tap out here, I would wager. Looks like another Wololo is coming. Going to be trying to get some of these boys to join his army. I love the scrappiness with which he's fighting, but it's not going to do it. So these relics will be dropped, and now Uravity's going to be coming across and finishing them off. Even if Patty doesn't do it, it's going to happen. Up on the top side, we have something similar. Are you guys noticing a pattern of HRE basically just, bullying their neighbors? The English King of Leto the Duke is fighting. Look at the chat English King. I love it. So cool. He's going after the prelate, who's trying to steal the relic. Looks like he will be able to take that bad boy down. England is fighting with his villagers against heavy HRE armor. And it looks like the 2 Holy Roman players really steamrolling their neighbors, as Ezra does pay the iron price, and now begins the big fight for all these relics. Now, the HRE should get them. If I was the HRE player right now, I'd be spamming out prelates and just coming for these goodies, because that is everything. If you let Uravity get all these relics, dude, that is going to be the danger zone. Uravity already has a monastery up, and he's producing warrior monks to grab the relics. So I think Uravity is going to take the spoils of this war. So, man, I think Uravity is going to be in top-tier shape here. Now that he gets the spoils of this war, despite doing none of the effort, not taking any of the casualties, that's a rough one. So Dark Hunter Ezra has fallen, and up in the north, Leto Atreides has fallen as well. Just like the movies, very lore-friendly. But yeah, that's, and the books, I suppose, not just the movies. Smeagol rocking 2 relics, not super jacked in the relic department, but he does have a 3rd relic here and might be able to grab the other one from this base. So Smeagol is going to be up to at least 5 relics. So Smeagol is going to be so Gunhound, I really like Regicide on maps like this. I think Regicide is good if it's like a Thunderdome-esque map. It doesn't have to be the Thunderdome, but like the last map we had was good too. I think doing a map, like a mega random one, would be brutal because we would get some spawns where people would have like choke points and mountain passes to hide their kings in. But this is perfect because it's high stakes, high pressure. I think it's a very fun change of pace. So that's just my 2 cents. China, growing strong. We know how he likes to play. He likes to just macro and get a fat Chinese economy going, kind of stretching out to the middle of the map, going after the deer and securing the sacred sites in the middle, obviously. But Smeagol's looking to be very strong, too. Smeagol is HRE. He's got, look at this. He's got his mountain pass with keeps, and relics going to be in those keeps as well. Unfortunate for Paddy. Paddy put in a lot of effort to kill, you know, a very, very strong player. And he only got like 1 relic out of it. And there's 1 in his base. So he's going to have 2 relics. There still is some here, but Uravity is going to be laughing all the way to the bank. He's got 3 relics. He's going to be grabbing a 4th. I think there's 2 more here. It looks like, oh no, not the bug. Yeah, the Regnant's bugged out, so the relics didn't drop. So that is going to slightly mitigate the effectiveness of this raid. But maybe the Warrior Monk can grab it out of the building? I don't think so. Yeah, let's see. It looks like he's trying to do something with the villagers here. No, he's just building hunting cabins, which is obviously quite smart. So, yeah, Leto Atreides is up on the top. He has fallen. Over here, Smeagol just chilling out with his relics, dropping them off in the keeps. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. It looks like the English king. Oh, how Chad is that guy? He just walking in there. So cool. He jumps into the keep, and he's going to be pretty secure in the mountain range as well. Over to the west, we do see a little bit of conflict. China invading the English to the north. So Too Easy being attacked by a mass Palace Guard army. And the Palace Guard are terrifying because they have 2 ranged armor upgrades. So longbows will basically do no damage against them. And this is like everybody's worst nightmare when playing China. Having a bunch of these Chinese Traxxars sprinting around your base and just chasing down your villagers. It feels really, really bad. So yeah, honestly, probably Too Easy loses this fight to the Chinese if they bring any siege follow-up. Like if they get like a bombard going or a, not an STBs, but a trebuchet, they're going to be able to do some work. China doing huge eco damage though. Looking here at the forces of Too Easy, he's down to 56 eco. If you take a look at China, he's going to be sitting at 74. So a pretty substantial difference. But China, you know, England is a civ that can take beatings like that and recover, though. Looks like they're going to be pumping out mass crossbows to try and deal with these guys. And now China is going to be going pedal to the metal right now with a bunch of stables and things like that. So Uravity now starting to eco. He got his aggression, he got his relics, and he's getting a second town center. Going to be setting up some walls here. A high trade house. Oh, the 420, bro. There you go. Blaze ended up here in the tree line with the high trade house. And I wonder if we're going to see a Chadskaya. It has to be Chadskaya Tower. Like Chadskaya in the back of your base with your king in it. Because remember, if you lose your king, you basically just die. Drops the white tower, China just runs past it. Well, the English army's pretty good. He does have 17 crossbows and 12 longbows. He could actually push on China. China isn't following up with too heavy macro. On the other side, we do see our English player, Xlab, and he's just kind of having a bit of a stare down at Paddy. Paddy, not going to be super strong. The Burger Palace is good if you can secure relics with it, but I don't think he got too many. So Paddy's going to need some serious milk to win this game. Because like an English player will typically outtrade HRE hardcore if you don't have any relics. Like it's not even going to be fair. Like the English player will just steamroll you. Like they're going to get attack speed buffs of 40% on their crossbows, just melting your men-at-arms and your Burger Palace units. Knights also counter men-at-arms. So Paddy would have to switch the army comp up. Probably like a spear men-at-arm, horseman type army would be good against this. Or Spearman Mangonel could also work, but it's a little bit more precarious. Plenty of options, my friends. Plenty of options. So in the middle of the map, we see the Warrior Monk cruising across, riding on his horse, looking extra cool. As the Rus army gathers. China is being besieged by England now. Oh my god. The revenge of England. They're coming for it, man. So England is gathering up its battering rams, and we do also see another battering ram coming out here, and China could be in a little bit of danger, to be completely honest. Though, did China do a keep drop here? They did. So China did a keep drop on the English base, but England is really good at killing keeps, just using their trebuchet to slowly knock that bad boy down. Looks like there's going to be some raiding into the base as the English army prepares to move into the Chinese base. A couple horsemen getting ready to fight. I would imagine England will probably pull back to deal with this raiding first, because that is going to be pretty nasty. While the Rams go for the town center here, for sure we'll maybe be able to take that down, although horsemen do a bonus for siege, so they can kill Rams faster than like foot-based soldiers and things like that. And the Chinese raid is buying China a little bit of time for the English aggression, but keeps going to go down here soon. Rams are running for the hills, couple men-at-arms. The men-at-arms should be diving into the English base, or the Chinese base too. But China's losing an entire army and doing basically no military damage back, so looks like there's one horseman up to the north that needs to be dealt with, but England might be able to get this back online. Keep's going to go down. Looks like villagers are being pulled, and are they going to get it? Oh, and the keep is so close. Will the trebuchet shot finish it? And down it goes. Pretty nice. Doesn't have enough stone for another one. Now, any other fights on the map? Not really. All's come here. And it looks like, okay, this is going to be the end of China. China's dead. We see the dreaded Knights swarming in. Did Rex make the finals? So Masso, that that game wasn't part of the tournament. We were just playing for fun. Yeah, so sadly he didn't make the finals. Yeah, we were just playing for fun in the last game. All right, so Uravity coming for the kill. Oh, he knows where the king is. Uravity's got the king trapped, guys. That's going to be game blouses. Up in the north, England just kind of securing and holding and doing their best. But yeah, we see a lot of Chinese villagers coming in. But that king he's either going to die or, you know, all these villagers are going to die and then the king's going to die. Oh my God, it's so close. You know, Uravity's going to be watching like a hawk too. He's not going to let this slip. And does it go down? Oh, the villagers with the repairs are keeping it alive. Okay, the king is out. Where's the king? We're watching. Oh, he's right here on the south side. It looks like the knights have got him. The king is surrounded. He's going down to the Roost Knights. GG, well played. The king has fallen. I know, whatever you do, don't betray your neighbor. I know, it was pretty funny, Masso. It was a great game. All right, Uravity taking down the Chinese king, and now 3 players have fallen, 5 remain. Will Uravity continue his conquest to the north, or will he turn his sights on Paddy over to the east? Roosts are really good on this map. Each of these hunting cabins is almost a relic. It's insane. It's, I mean, relics give you how much? Like 80 a pop? So 52, 45, 40, and 47, and 38. So, I mean, dude, Uravity is just bathing in gold. Roosts are very good on this map. So you can see he's getting a pretty good bank of resources for sure. So the Rus army gathers, and it looks like England exacting its vengeance, going to be heading to the south with battering rams to run over the remnants of the Chinese base. Well played to our Chinese champion. Uravity got his revenge today from the previous games. Now, up on the top side of the map, we do see the English Farmville going quite well. He was able to stabilize from those Chinese attacks. Smeagol obviously just being a gremlin, as usual, and, you know, holding his own. Is Smeagol attacking anybody? What are you doing? He's got a decent quality army. He's having a little bit of a stare down with the English. Oh my God, the Berkshire Palace is so annoying. Paddy hasn't moved in quite some time. I think Paddy's just kind of like hanging out, producing from Burger. He's still Castle Age. You know, he's got some mangonels coming up, but I mean, anybody who's Imperial is probably going to be able to run him over. And now Smeagol is going to be going probably Elsback up in the woods somewhere, I would wager. Is he going to do like an Elsback here? Just make himself super difficult to finish. That'd be really funny. But no fighting. It's all calm now. Uravity going to be taking Sacred Side, so moving his Warrior Monks on and grabbing all the goodies. This is so fast-paced. Yeah, I like it. It's fun. It's very fun. Trebuchet trying to bombard. Oh, it looks like that Warrior Monk took literally a Trebuchet boulder to the head, but, you know, he's able to rub it off with the power of the Orthodoxy here. As now those guys are going to be pulling back. All right. The battle is on. Where will Uravity go next? Who is he going to try and kill? I would wager it's going to be his English neighbor up to the north. Although this English player is certainly no slouch. He's got the White Tower. No Berkshire yet, but you know Berkshire's coming. Anytime you see 2 TC, it's usually indicative that there's going to be a White Tower and then usually a Berkshire follow-up. King's Palace is usually if you see 1 TC English. King's Palace is the way to go there. But White Tower is so good now. Like 2 TC English and 2 White Tower I think is the way. The fact that it produces like everything faster is just like whatever you need. It's like, oh, I'm playing HRE, let's pump out crossbows. Somebody's turtling, let's make trebuchets, right? There's so many good elements. So somebody in chat asking, if you put the king in a ship and sink it, yeah, no, it bugs out and it makes the person like unable to die that way. Yeah, I think that's why we don't have any water maps here. Okay, look at this. Across the map, the English player rushing Uravity's base, going for a king kill. Oh no, and the king is in the TC. That is a lot of knights, but I think he's gonna be okay. All the villagers being pulled and the crossbows are here, the knights are here. I think that these English knights of Exlav are gonna be dying very quickly. I love these like assassinations on the king. Yeah, it's hilarious, but I don't think it's going to be enough. We see a keep drop coming in as well. Man, this is some aggressive stuff. Crossbows pulling back. Xlab just straight up going for it. But at this point, he's going to be turning and fighting. This is actually a really big invasion. It's not just a snipe attempt. He's also bringing a keep behind this. He's got crossbows. Uravity is going to be under some serious pressure. Granted, he already has a trebuchet, and yeah, this fighting is raging on pretty hard. Now, will Xlav continue across the map with more reinforcements is the question. Maybe set up some trebuchets out here behind this English keep and start bombarding. That could certainly be strong. And both armies take heavy, heavy damage. But the TC and the king are going to be protected. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be stabilizing as the crossbows are going to be pulling back here and gold is going to be stolen. Up on the top side, we do see Smeagol coming for it. Smeagol also going after Uravity. So Uravity getting the dreaded 2v1. And again, there's a little bit of a fun narrative with this because Smeagol and Uravity are tied for the most wins in our FFA tournaments. So I can see Smeagol wanting to snipe Uravity to give himself the chance of earning that title for himself. And then he can walk around our Discord and talk about how he's the true Dark Lord, which would be great. All right, so is he pulling back? It looks like he did just kill some eco there. Looking at Uravity's economy now. He's down to 45 economy, guys. He lost a ton of villagers trying to repair that TC. Granted, he does have the 2 TC here, but yeah, this is some nasty English pressure. I mean, English keep outside your base is an absolute nightmare. Especially if English build some siege workshops here and start getting like trebuchet pressure and all that. That could be very, very strong. So Uravity trying to hold. His army's beat up. Smeagol heading back up to the north. So it looks like Smeagol does not want to like fully commit to that fight. I think he's a little bit apprehensive about the English player here. Paddy just having a bit of a stand. He seems to be watching Netflix. His army hasn't moved in like 5 minutes. But yeah, like Xlab is so not threatened perhaps by Paddy that he's heading over to the west. Smeagol is 1 behind because Uravity won last week's. Oh, okay. Did he? Are you sure? I could have sworn. Let me think about who won that one. Yeah, it's true, actually. Wait. Huh, did he win it? No. Yeah, okay, Uravity did win last week, actually, so he's 1 ahead of Smeagol. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. So it seems like Uravity is still the Dark Wizard in our Discord. For now. All right, Elite Wizard's on the way. Uravity pulls his forces back. Heavily under pressure here. Trying to get his economy back up to 53 bills. But he's got English pressure knocking on heaven's door right here. As the Trebuchet or Mangonel continues to blast these English forces that come through the breach up on the north side of the map. The purple English just hanging out. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys came down to the south side of things. And, push to the north of the base. That could be quite devastating. Smeagol's coming for the killing blow. Yeah, he's doing it. And nobody's attacking Smeagol. He is just being allowed to do whatever he wants. He's entrenching. He's got an L's back with his king in it. I'm surprised he's not hidden on the back of the map, like back here or something. I don't know if there's a keep back here. Like right here with like a wall or something, I feel it might be a little bit safer. Granted, L's Chad Palace is tough. All right, guys. I think we have seen the end of Uravity. He is going to be falling before the wrath here of this orange army. Smeagol as well as Xlab going in for the kill. And yeah, they're going to be trying to take him down, which is going to be pretty inevitable here. I don't see any way Uravity can come back. With Smeagol in his base, Smeagol is just massacring his villagers in the back. Just truly using those strangling bony fingers to get in there and, yeah, just cutting apart his prey. GG! Uravity tried, he put up a good fight, but 2v1 against, like, top-tier players is going to be incredibly tough. It's going to be incredibly tough. Like, he's a very good player, but, you know, everyone in the grand finals is usually, like, a good quality player. So, yeah, you're gonna have a hard time 2v1 here in the finals. In the earlier rounds, I can see Uravity winning 2v1s, but here, it's gonna be hard. Hey, MK, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the Dukes of Haggard, my friend. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for helping us reach our monthly goal. Thank you. Appreciate it. These are cursed relics. Wherever they go, the person dies. I know, it's like, look, dude, they're straight up working together right now. They're not even attacking each other's armies. All right, the king has fallen. Uravity is dead. GG to you, brother. There's no one could have survived that. Yeah, that's just too much, especially on this map. It's too open. It's too easy to kind of 2v1 bases. So now the power dynamic of this, English looking very strong. I mean, late game England with farms, you know, could certainly fight HRE. And we're going to have to see how this battle unfolds. Who is going to be attacking who next? Spasskaya would have delayed the inevitable for like a minute, but there was enough there to take down Spasskaya isn't tankier. It just allows you to build stone walls. It makes Roos able to build stone walls, and it also has all the emplacements pre-built on it. So it's okay, but it wouldn't have saved him. GG, Uravity. You got swarmed, dude. You got swarmed pretty hard. I guess that's like you took the cursed relics, right? Because you guys 2v1'd Ezra, you know, on the bottom, and then you took the cursed relics, and then you became the next victim of a 2v1. Did I say elite wizards are on the way? Elite wizards? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Oh my god. I gave Patty a market with my dying breath, did you? Holy shit. Did he tell Patty? Where's the market though? Okay, the relics are going to be taken, most likely by... Oh my god. Oh my god, Smeagol's going to get all the goodies. And it looks like there's a market down here. You gave Patty a market. Oh no, Smeagol's going to be so powerful. Oh no, what have they created? Smeagol's in a scary situation, though, in some regards, because he's sandwiched by 2 English players. If the 2 English players have the wherewithal to know that he has all these relics, and like that he basically just got all the loot from this, then, you know, they should team up on him. Because Smeagol will probably be able to take any of them one-on-one, considering he's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. I know there's a 5th relic. So 8 relics. Smeagol has 8 relics, guys. Absolutely nuts. Now, is there any trade going down? Will Patty know that it's there? I don't know if he does. Patty kind of just turtling in his base, really not moving much. Using the dreaded Netflix and chill strategy and taking it easy here. Berkshire Palace is up. It looks like there's quite a few elite knights waiting here. And honestly, Xlav seems to be chilling out now as well. You know, he spent all of his effort going over to the west and causing problems. But you think Smeagol will be cursed now by the relics, or will he break the curse? I don't know. He's got 8 relics. He's taken them all the way back to his base, guys. And he is going to be laughing it up. That is a lot. Oh my god. That is a lot of shiny religion right there. The purple Chinese, too easy. Maybe he's taking it a little bit too easy. I think he needs to get active. Or maybe he's just hoping, you know, using the turtle posture and just kind of hoping that, you know, everyone else will kill each other and he could just kind of like be one of the last folks standing. I'm not sure. Netflix and chill worked for Dandy Dragon. It can work for some. Generally, I don't think it's the strongest strategy. I think being more proactive is good. But, I mean, Patty doesn't have a whole lot to do, I suppose. And does Patty know that there's trade? Oh, oh my god, he's getting 15 gold a pop. It's such sad trade. If he put the trade, is that really only 15 gold? Is it that small? Okay, let's look. Okay, is there like a market in the base? Oh, it's because this is the home market right now. Okay, he needs to, Judge Dreadflix and chill, Mark? What a Judge Dreadflix. What is that even? I love it. It's so good. Judge Dreadflix. That's what they should call the Netflix series if they ever do one. Judge Dreadflix. I actually love Judge Dredd. The movies with Carl Urban are so good. He's such a great actor. He's so underrated, man. Like, he's like awesome in The Boys. He's awesome as Judge Dredd. He's really, really good in Lord of the Rings, obviously. Carl Urban is a national treasure. He's great. All right, so what do we got here? Are the trade routes being optimized yet? No, still just 15. So I guess Patty's just trying to get a little bit of that sweet trade going here. It's like 4 a.m. for too easy, is it? Yeah, he's just tired. He's probably he might have fallen asleep at his keyboard. No, okay, no, he just built the farm. Okay. You know, I understand that. If you're tired, saving the APMs, you know, saving the hand strength. If you're similar to myself and maybe you have some repetitive stress injury and all that sort of good stuff. This game was like 100 miles an hour. Is there only one Dredd movie? Yeah, there's only one with Carl Urban, and then there's one from the 1980s with Sylvester Stallone. Yeah. Carl Urban is still trying to get Judge Dredd 2 going? I hope so. He's the modern-day Kurt Russell. That's a really interesting analogy. Yeah, I feel like Kurt Russell maybe still had more like box office power in terms of like just being like a bigger figure. But yeah, no, definitely I can see the analogy. Kurt Russell's amazing. Yeah, he's awesome. I love his movies. The Thing is like my favorite horror movie of all time. It's so good. Like, it's so creepy and eerie, and the setting is awesome, and like the acting is great. It's such a cool premise. Yeah, definitely dig it. Carl Urban versus Russell Crowe. Well, it depends. Are we talking Russell Crowe from Gladiator? You know, you got to give me time periods and whatnot. But yes, there was a Dredd movie in the 1980s with your boy Sylvester Stallone. It's like the most haggard, janky thing ever. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun one. It's a classic 80s, just, you know, kind of cheesy thing. He was Judge Dredd. So, was it the 90s? I could have sworn it was 80s. But Stallone did play Dredd. Yeah, he did. All right, guys. It could have been the early 90s. I could be wrong. Yeah, it might have been 90s, actually. I remember him looking a little bit older than that. What horror film did we just mention? It's called The Thing with Kurt Russell. That is an 80s movie. It's I think it's a John Carpenter movie as well. All right, guys. No fighting. And over on the other side, we do see the dreaded Patty trade. So Patty being given a lifeline by Uravity, just like the like some biblical painting of God reaching out to man, the fingers touching. That's what's going down right here, guys. It was 90s? Okay. Really? That was 95? Damn. Okay, I had that totally off. Okay. I don't know why I felt like that was 80s. I just kind of associate Stallone with 80s. Like, everything he does, I'm just like, it was 80s. Yeah. Thank you guys for the update on that. What the hell is this? Oh my god, Smeagol with a backdoor attempt. Look at this. And Too Easy sees it. Smeagol tried to backdoor. He tried to lumberjack through the trees. But Too Easy sees it coming with his outpost here. And he got his tower up. Wow, or his walls up. I think he would have been fine, although the king is still sitting in the TC, which is a mistake. It should probably be in Berkshire Palace. Berkshire has, I think has more armor. Actually, it's about the same. So I guess the TC is actually tankier, but Berkshire can defend itself. For like burning oil and different things like that. So, yeah, Smeagol tried for a backdoor there. Didn't quite succeed. And now we kind of know there's going to be a rumble here, right? Over here, we see Xlav developing his base a little bit further back, setting up more farms in the Deep Empire here. As the villagers on the other side, where are they going to be going? You know what'd be really interesting is to see somebody like try and hide a king away from their base. Like you go back here and just build like a really inconspicuous like wooden outpost and just hide your king in it. It's like the Hermit King. I don't know. Like I feel like by the time your king gets sniped in the late game, you've already lost the game because your whole base is going to be getting plowed and destroyed and different things like that. So Patty just setting up his little towers. Looks like he's being besieged though. All right, so Xlab is actually besieging Patty. Patty does lose one of the relics, gets knocked out of the keep, and Patty's trade, the trade empire is going to be 53 a pop, which is respectable. It's not amazing, but certainly better than the alternative, which was absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right, so what do we got here? Men-at-Arms, Launchnecht. Bad boys with the floppy hats coming in. Dude, they have the coolest outfits ever. It's so awesome. I also say that because I'm a huge fan of the Empire aesthetic based on, you know, of course, the Holy Romans, which is fun. The kings have a skill that will reveal other kings, so can't hide them. Oh, do they? The kings have a skill that will reveal the other kings. Oh, I didn't know that. So you can pop your king out and find the other player's king. Interesting. See, I didn't know that. We're learning. So the kings apparently can sniff out other kings and find out where they're going to be lurking. So now we're seeing very cautious conservative play. Everybody's kind of like a little bit nervous. It always kind of happens when you have a... is there not even number of players here, or is it just 4? I guess it's 4. So there could be 2 1v1s going down. That's usually how these games could kind of evolve here. But yeah, aggression coming in from England. Xlav is going to be going pedal to the metal against Patty. Patty is Imperial Age, but the problem is Patty's army is still Castle Age. The men-at-arms aren't upgraded. I don't know why. Is he just that poor? I guess he is. Yeah, Patty has no gold. Shit. No gold whatsoever. So yeah, Patty's going to lose this pretty horribly. Probably going to get run over. These are elite knights fighting elite land snakes. Land snakes, or excuse me, Castle Age land snakes. And land snakes are very squishy. So yeah, this army's going to get mowed down here. And it's only going to be a matter of time. Is the king still in the TC? It is. So the TC is going to get hammered. We see Patty's economy here getting absolutely run over here. And there they go. Good night, sweet prince. Crossbows mowing down the last of the land snakes in their cool floppy hats. And the trebuchets bombarding into the TC. Which is, of course, is a Holy Roman TC. It is going to be under the effect of the Elsback, if I'm not mistaken, so all buildings within influence take 33% less damage. So the Chad Holy Roman hold, but Wave 2 is coming now, and looks like the king is going to be falling. Patty could try and take the king and flee the town center and run to the Elsback. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Because considering if this TC gets killed by a Treb and there's a couple crossbows nearby, they could just like kill it super quickly here, so... The battle continues. Elite Knights saturating in. Mangonel's probably going to be getting torched here. That is going to be the last of the actual stalwart defenses we have here in the back. As a couple men-at-arms pop out. What is he doing? He's making rams. Oh my god, the haggard rams from Patty. I love it. So Patty moving up to the north just to ram. He's like, I'll get you. I'll get you one last time. So how many trebs do we have? We have English trebuchets here just going balls deep. And do they have the attack speed buff? Yeah, 40% is pretty nuts. So... those trebuchets and their DPS is pretty good. It looks like a lot of land snakes just kind of popped out here. I don't think anybody's going to be riding to the aid. And now we have another fight on top as well. It's going to be Smeagol versus Too Easy, which is not going to be easy because Too Easy is English. You're just going to be able to spam shit out all day and be an unholy nightmare. Now, HRE men-at-arms do good against English ones, but the English army has basically 40% more attack speed than you, so their DPS is effectively just so much better. So that's why England is kind of OP in my opinion. Patty has fallen, I think. Did he get the king out? No, Patty has fallen. So now, guys, I think there's going to be a reckoning. I think they're going to probably 2v1 Smeagol. Because the other player, it would be incredibly smart to attack Smeagol from the south while he's locked in combat. Granted, he doesn't know that this combat's happening. However, no, he didn't get a notification that a landmark was destroyed. I just really Mismicroed the king, unfortunately. Oh, it's okay, Patty. Don't worry about it. You played great, man. You took out Ezra earlier, which was a strong play, but sadly you didn't get the relics for it. I just pray to the dark gods that we don't get an English mirror match here in the 4th quarter. That is my worst nightmare. I'm literally terrified that could happen. Mangonel's doing big damage, but the big chunky English men-at-arms and the increased attack speed crossbows and hand cannoneers just doing an insane amount of damage and punching through this Holy Roman army. Just absolute meat grinder of a battle here. Now, what's this army doing? They're going to push north? I don't think that's going to be the case. I really don't want an English grind fest. Please, please no. If it's 2 English rubbing their bangers and mash together, I just don't want any piece of that. Oh my god, no. I think that could happen, although Smeagol does have the artillery advantage, so maybe Smeagol could win this. But it's going to take a while to kill the English player. Where's his king? His king is in the TC, so it's still chilling back in the main town center. Smeagol getting momentum, and the reason why is because of the artillery. If the English here had, a critical mass of trebuchets to counter this, or enough springalds, they would have been winning this fight, but since they've lost the artillery critical mass, it's starting to go south for sure. So, the fight continues. Down on the south side, is Xlav moving? Is he grooving? Looks like he is. Okay, he's moving on the middle of the map. Looks like he's... Whoa, is he going to go under and kill the other English player? He really wants to take on Smeagol's, 10 relics by himself. It's going to be even more. Smeagol's going to get up to 10 relics with these 2. So, yeah, it looks like Xlav is coming for a backstab on the other English player. Maybe figuring he has a better chance against an HRE player than England, but that's not the case. When HRE has 8 to 10 relics and a Regnitz, you're going to be wishing you were playing against the English. That's for sure. So we see relics being grabbed, 1 relic being taken back to the Holy Roman Empire, towers being pulled up, and yeah, this looks like too easy is going to be dying here. Smeagol is just too strong. He's got too many relics. His gold per minute is probably insane. Yeah, currently sitting at 2,500 gold a minute. And he is mining a little bit, but he's got 5 villagers on gold. The rest of it is coming from relics, which is just absolutely nuts. Smeagol and Xlav, they created an alliance. Interesting. Yeah, they created a brotherhood in the beginning, eh? Well, looks like supply lines being made from the south, and this is going to be the end of our purple English player. Looks like Too Easy is going to be dying here. Smeagol would eventually probably finish the job because he actually is outgolding the English player, which is nuts. So England is getting 1,200 gold a minute for free from their farms, which is really strong. But yeah, the 8 to 10 relics is just too much, ladies and gentlemen. Had to repay for the relics. Yeah, and once again, people let Smeagol sit in his little cave and eat his fish and grow strong, and then he comes out and he was ignored. Not ignored, but nobody. I don't think Smeagol got attacked once. Maybe he got attacked a little bit? I don't think so. Not at all. Yeah. But it still will turn into a 1v1 here. We're going to see Purple dying. He does get his trebuchets out. Starting to kind of hold back the attack a little bit, but Smeagol steals another relic. Probably going to be dropping it in the cannon tower right here, I would wager. Upgrading that to stone, which is a nice little place to stash that bad boy. And then it becomes a 1v1. They're going to turn on each other immediately. There's not going to be any armistice or peace. It's going to be, turning on him very, very quickly here. So Smeagol's making that ground. What I would probably do if I were Xlav right now is I would maybe pull back. I would pull back and be preparing a massive backstab on Smeagol. So I would be preparing maybe 20 battering rams and just ready to just get in there and just hammer the base. God damn, look at this. Relic, and cannon tower. Dude, we got 4 relics here, 5 relics, and I think they all have cannon towers. A lot of them do. Oh my god, this base is going to be so hard to take down. English trebuchets trying valiantly to hold, but the English army quality is heavily diminishing. It's becoming mostly spears and longbows, which is not going to stand up against the Holy Roman army armor. We do see a lot of cannons coming in, bombards clearing out the English. Their farms are being decimated, and on the bottom side, we do see trebuchets just blasting away into the Berkshire Palace. Berkshire Palace, of course, very strong for holding here, but it's soon going to be dying to the pressure from the south. I feel as if Xlav is going to get steamrolled by Smeagol after this. I mean, England normally in a normal 1v1 game, if you can keep HRE to 2 or 3 relics and then get to the late game with them, it will be English favored. But HRE with 12 relics or 10 or how many ever Smeagol has is going to just be an unholy steamroller. Unholy. Yeah. He's twisting their necks. Yeah, he sure is. I personally think that Smeagol's probably going to take it. It depends if they finish off this English player. And it looks like the Berkshire Palace is in danger. The White Tower is here. The king is still in the TC. Smeagol consolidating his forces for another push, so he's going to be on his way in. And down comes the army. So how many trebs do we have here? Not trebs, but 3 bombard cannons. Yeah, that's going to knock down that TC real quick. So you can see the bombard cannons trying to close the distance with the town center. Oh my god, the king is in the wrong TC! He's in the TC with, well, I guess he moved, but here's the king! He's in the open! The crossbows can snipe him. Oh my god, he's going to see it. Does he see the king? Smeagol's not killing the king! There he goes. Okay, the king is down. And now, it is time for the 1v1. So it is going to be Xlav versus Smeagol, and I do not see this going well for our English champion. We basically just saw Smeagol versus a good English player, and we saw how that was going. Towers being built, armies are going to be remustering, and then there were 2. Raw and wriggling. So Smeagol's got about 6,000 food. Looking at Xlav's bank, Xlav does have the better military bank, 37,022, but man oh man, that gold is not going to run out for Smeagol, I don't think. Yeah, he's getting 1,500 right now. Okay, maybe the bank could be the difference. Maybe Xlav is going to be able to get it. Simply because of the bank difference. I don't know though, it's going to be a tight one. The HRE armies mustering at the gates, and they're very close to the English front door here. And the English king is just kind of chilling in this keep right here, or this Berkshire, so there is a chance that it could be compromised kind of quickly here. We'll have to see. So here comes the battle, the duel of fates, the grand finals of today's tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining. The battle is on. As the mangonels continue to drop big shots from downtown, elite crossmen moving in, and immediately Smeagol starts to steamroll the English defenders, who are a little bit out of position. Smeagol's annoying towers all over the map have drawn aggro. And yeah, like you're suddenly starting to see it. He's already got good momentum. He's really good at mustering and consolidating his forces. England, though, does have some hand cannoneers out, so the defenses are now on. Berkshire Palace is here, so let's take an inventory of landmarks. Berkshire, TC, wow, all 4 landmarks are right here, like right on top of each other, so certainly going to be easier to kill. If he loses the position, if he loses like this position and Smeagol's able to like put a foot down right here and get some trebs, he could for sure kill him. Yeah, that's 1,500 a minute without mining at all, which is more than what English get. English usually get around 1,200 with optimal farm systems. It's like maybe 12, yeah, around that, give or take. So they have the English gold matched, and the only thing they're going to be missing is the attack speed, but you know, obviously there's other things. They have the Inspired Warriors, which gives them 15% damage and extra armor, so if he keeps bringing prelates with his army, he's going to do well. And yeah, England is just using Reaganomics now. They're trying to trickle down that wealth here to the Holy Romans, but it's certainly not working here. And we got the bombard cannons pulling up. We do also have mangonels, culverin in the back to counter any artillery play. And the Smeagol Strangle is coming in. It's pretty funny. If you guys have, you guys probably haven't played the Lord of the Rings tabletop game, not too many of you, but I actually play with Smeagol in several of my armies, and his attack is called Strangling Fingers. So that's basically what's going down here. Smeagol is actually a pretty good fighter in the tabletop game. It's kind of weird because, like, you know, in the books and everything, I'm pretty sure in the books the Rangers of Ithilien, like, they think Smeagol's a squirrel when they see him. Or they think he's some sort of a woodland creature because he's like so small and pitiful, you know? I mean, look, Smeagol might be able to take on like hobbits and things like that, but in the tabletop game, I've had countless occasions where Smeagol has like straight up strangled an orc or something like that, like a big uruk. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. Anyways, the battle's back on. Sorry for the random rant. Hopefully you guys don't mind that. We do have the hand cannoneers, 11 of those bad boys moving up, but the artillery advantage, really a nice critical mass. But now the English are reinforcing from the other side. They have trebuchets of their own. Smeagol moving in with his men-at-arms. Going to be trying to crush down the artillery, which is a very smart play. As the mangonels and bombards continue getting momentum here, but the English player is not going quietly into the good night. They are not. England, a lot of its macro is coming from the west, though, which is giving it kind of a perpetual flank. Smeagol looks like he's up to no good up here. No, okay. Looks like he should. I thought he was trying to like build something strange up there, but here they come. 16 of these bad boys, and the men-at-arms and crossbows holding back the Holy Romans. Culverins coming in now, going to be quite nasty though. The Culverins will just start basically 1 or 2 shotting the artillery pieces as we see that one go down. More and more English coming from the other side. What would actually be incredibly devastating for Gollum to do right now would be keep drops. Because the English army doesn't really have a lot of trebuchets. They have like 1 or 2 here and there. So you can definitely set up like a keep right here and it'd be quite nasty for sure. All right, Smeagol killed several orcs to eat under the Misty Mountains, always strangled from behind. Yeah, well, like, okay, but here, Gunhound, you're our resident Lord of the Rings expert. Do you think that Smeagol could take on a Warg Rider? Like, let's say the Warg is an open field with Smeagol. and there's like an orc riding it, just like the ones that attacked at prior to Helm's Deep. Because in the tabletop, I've had Smeagol take down Warg Riders. I've had Smeagol take down an Urukai, not like a basic orc, but I've had him do some work. I mean, he's pretty squishy. He dies pretty quickly, but he usually can win at least one fight versus a big orc. Not like a character, but like a basic orc. Yeah. All right, Mangonel shots from downtown. Elite Men-at-Arms on the way. You see the Mangonels still getting decent value, but Smeagol is just taking more and more ground, setting up his cannon emplacements, which is very smart. I do think a keep drop would be good. You know what's pretty insane? Smeagol is getting 300 stone a minute from Tithe Barns. Absolutely not. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, yeah. But yeah, I can see him ambushing an orc. Like, that's why I always like, when we have these discussions about who Smeagol could beat in a fight, it's always like, well, does he get the ambush off? Yeah, he can definitely do some work there. So the English base is being pushed. The artillery certainly needs to be protected. It looks like we have more prelates coming in as well. And, yeah, elite horsemen diving into sniper artillery, always smart. The king is right here. I mean, it's pretty close to the Holy Romans, but England is fighting valiantly. And Smeagol's bank isn't that good. 1,500 and 9,000. The English player's bank is much better. 19,000, 20,000, and 20. So yeah, food could become a substantial issue. I think keep drops are needed, although, nah, not anymore. There's 3 trebs here. There was a time where maybe it could have been good, but Smeagol's being pushed back, guys. Is it time for some split attacks and some backdoor shenanigans? All these farms being taken or being left online is so hard to deal with, guys. It's so hard to deal with. Excuse me. Let me have a little drink of water here. I'm having bad allergies the past couple days. Curse the Baggins, man. Yeah, the relics are a little bit cursed, aren't they? They're a little bit cursed. So Exlav sitting at 20,000 food. Smeagol sitting at 1,400, and he's producing to... He needs to pull back and gather a critical mass again and stop, like, producing into this army, because England will always win these type of trades. Some of you guys in chat were actually suspecting when I was making my predictions that Exlav would win this, and you guys certainly were right, I think. He's looking... I was wrong. I underestimated the Dread English once again. The food is a variable. I was just kind of looking at it from a gold perspective. I was like, oh yeah, you know, Smeagol's going to have the gold advantage, most likely, so therefore he'll win. But it's not just the gold, it's the food also, which is very, very big. The English armies are swarming. They're getting their way on. They're causing some serious issues. Smeagol trying a little bit of split pushing. If he could destroy all this infrastructure here with some rams, that'd be huge, actually. Not that there's any issues with wood. That's what she said. There's going to be plenty of wood around the map, so they are going to be chilling and... doing their thing. More knights on the way, going to be trying to dive the artillery. English keeps being set up, an absolute nightmare. I can't tell you how many 1v1 games I have trauma from seeing English keeps being set up near my base, the trebuchets behind them, and attack speed buffs and all that sort of good stuff. Looks like another English keep attempted back here, but I don't think it's going to go down. Smeagol's doing some weird trading cross map. Smeagol's got trade going. Oh my god, this is wild stuff. So despite having a really good Aachen food economy, it's not enough to keep up. His food is only 800 right now, and it looks like he's being drowned in food. So maybe the dreaded Exlav will get this, guys. We will see. We will see. Nanny Ori in chat saying, I'm having flashbacks this morning in the 4-hour game. Smeagol and an English player had to grind armies for an hour with no one gaining an advantage. Well, here we're seeing a bit of a clear advantage being gained by the English, at least. Yeah, no, definitely I understand your apprehension and fear, but it looks like Smeagol's being pushed back to the hills. Which, look... He's going to be a nightmare to finish off. He's got like a lot of static defenses here, which are, you know, with relics and all that sort of good stuff. Are you able to Wolo load the king? I would imagine not. That would be really funny though. What if you Wolo load the king? Does it just like subjugate somebody? Yeah, that'd be. Yeah, I've always thought like a zombie game mode could be fun in this as well. Where like when a player gets killed, they become like a zombie and they get like a different type of unit, which is a zombie, and then they like, yeah, I always thought that could be really interesting. And of course the zombies are haggard, but like they can swarm, and yeah, there could be a lot of fun stuff with that, I think. It'd probably be super laggy. Yeah, England is just insane. I can't believe that a 10 relic HRE or 12 relic HRE is losing this slowly. Look at the trebuchet duels. Smeagol's trying to snipe the trebuchets. And it's not to say Smeagol's done yet. He certainly is getting a good food bank. He's got, you know, 4,000 food a minute. Exlav has less food per minute, but the thing is Exlav had a huge bank going into this war and Smeagol didn't. So that's a big variable here that we're not really taking into account. But if Smeagol can somehow like draw this attrition out to the point where their banks become even, I still think he takes the advantage. And yeah, just the gold difference and all that is going to be super, super nasty. Gravity says, really hope Xlab wins so that Chris doesn't tie me for the most tournament wins again. Oh my god, that's really funny, dude. That's really funny. Alright, so the orange HRE on its way out. HRE Mace Boy is going to be smashing the English men-at-arms most likely. Culverin's trying to move through the gate to take down the trebuchets and should be able to do some good work. I don't believe it one-shots him. Trebuchets have a lot of HP, actually. It is a two-shot, but still not insignificant. So one of the outposts getting taken down here. Looks like the trebuchets of England, the HRE behind the walls there, relatively comfortable, blasting into the English entrenchments as we get a big, chunky HRE army heading down to the south. All right, guys. You ready for this? Miserable war of suffering for long periods of time. That is how we roll, ladies and gentlemen. As we get the elite men-at-arms battling through these units, we do see this monk. He's going to get karate chopped here. And the old keeps blasting away. Yeah, still shooting here. English keeps, of course, given that nice attack speed buff. The war of attrition is on. You know, Xlav's bank is slowly draining a little bit in terms of the food. Smeagol was able to kind of rebuild, but then he just spent it all again. So, you know, he just doesn't have the food bank to quite finish it. What is the plan after the finals? It's going to be it. Yeah, after the finals, we're done for today. Can we get a poll for the winner? Sure, why not? Let's do it. That'll give us something to do in this grind of hell here. Okay, one sec, guys. Just minimizing. It lags my game a little bit, so sorry. Winner, Golem, or... All right, guys. Vote on who you think is going to be winning. Let us know. What do the people think? All of you champions in chat. You see the Bombards continuing down. HRE Trebuchets comfortably behind the wall. Culverin's doing very, very good. This is going to be a grind for a while. It's definitely going to be very grindy. Oh my god. England is such a miserable sim to play against, guys, but England's food is starting to drain. Smeagol, apparently, maybe my predictions were correct. I'm not sure. But the food is looking a little bit low for England. It was at 21,000 when the fighting started. Or 30,000 was it? No, it was like 20,000. And now it's starting to tank a little bit, but nice artillery dive right there. We see the cav of Xlab moving in. But, you know, the food is going down. Nice demolition of the wall there. Ooh, that is a big artillery core. That is counterweight trebuchets, that is mangonels. The HRE army comp also isn't as good at diving. It's mostly infantry and hand cannoneers and crossbows, so it's not going to be as good at like diving the artillery there. Walls being rebuilt. Reinforcements continue to trickle out for both sides. 9.8 for Xlab, and looking at Smeagol, he's at 1,400. He's really, really on the razor's edge. 100% on the razor's edge here. So the battle continues, and somebody in chat asking, how's the Blood Bowl League going? Oh, just waiting for... the league is currently broken because they literally don't give us admin features in Blood Bowl, so we're waiting for it, but it'll come back. Hand cannoneers moving, trebuchets from the south side. And man, oh man, talk about a miserable war of attrition. Smeagol literally switched 65 villagers onto food right now, and is just trying desperately to kind of keep pace with it. His wood is pretty decent. He's got a good wood economy. Looking at the wood here of the English and Xlab, he's got 8,000 wood in the bank, so still enough to make artillery and, you know, whatever your heart desires. And honestly, England's food is just insane. 4,000 food a minute. I mean, the food wars have begun. The food wars have begun. So Smeagol getting trebucheted, going to be starting to lose some infrastructure, which could hurt. I mean, he's got plenty. It's not like he's short for infrastructure, but although honestly, yeah, that actually could be bad because there's not a lot of space here. I mean, I think he's got some military up here. Yeah, he's probably producing units, setting up more farms. Smeagol knows that food is everything. Look at this. He's setting up even more farms in the back to try and keep pace. What a crazy, crazy thing. They nerfed Network of Citadels. It should be 1530. It could just be a bug in the tooltip. Maybe in actuality it is actually 15 and 30%, but I don't know. I don't know, man. That food eco is really foul for the English. They're rebuilding what they had lost now too. And Smeagol is not. He's like not rebuilding as quickly. He's having to spend more to kind of keep pace. Also, Smeagol's down on wood, which means he's probably going to be suffering a little bit as it pertains to building siege equipment and, you know, those type of units. It will also inhibit him from building decent quality, or not decent quality, but like spamming like spearmen, archers, and those type of units if you don't have a good wood economy. Because he's overcompensating on food to try and keep up, but his wood is going to start running dry soon. Although with HRE, you can just spam like gold units. You can just basically spam like men-at-arms, knights, crossbows, hand cannoneers, whatever, right? You don't like need as much, but Golem had that chimp strength. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. Speaking on the strength of like Gollum, right? Like he's like kind of like a subterranean creature who's like, you know, doing a lot of like calisthenics type stuff, like jumping and climbing rocks. Like, have you seen how jacked rock climbers are? Like in people who do like climbing and like a lot of body weight exercises. So Gollum, despite, you know, being a shriveled, warped creature, probably has some of that like rock climber, like, you know, baboon type strength if you really think about it. Yeah. But looking at Xlav here, he has 81, oh my god, 81 farms going. So his gold must be bonkers. Yeah, 1,500. I still think it's not as much as Smeagol. Smeagol is getting, well, about the same amount of gold. It's the same amount of gold. Smeagol is currently getting 4,000. Okay, the food is the same now. But remember, there was a starting surplus for the English. They were getting a little bit better gold early on. A couple knights try and ride by. They do actually take down the artillery in the back. Very, very nice. And the HRE army is able to crush the English at the gates and also get a lot of their artillery. Revolquins on their way out. So here they come. And Revolquins will be okay in choke points, but I always feel like Revolquins are so haggard compared to mangonels. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see them work here today. So the HRE Steamroller pushes back out. Smeagol getting a decent fight here as the English army continues to trickle in units, but they're going to be getting hammered pretty good. Revolquin here, probably going to get maced down by the Mace Boys. It does pick off a couple units, but again, simply going to be compromised. And now, you know, you're back into the Berkshire Palace's range. So this is where things go back and forth and back and forth. And yeah. The war of attrition continues, guys. Smeagol switching his food economy. See, that's a very veteran play. A lot of people wouldn't notice to do that. They would be so like rock hard focused on the fighting. Smeagol going to be setting up gatehouses again, but there's a lot of English trebuchets. It's almost kind of redundant. Like, it's not even worth it to rebuild your walls. England's just going to nuke them down instantly with like 6 or 7 trebuchets and all that sort of good stuff like that. So another update from Daniori, adding to the narrative. Xlav was in a practice game this morning and was knocked out by a double team HRE, so there's a revenge play. All right, so he's looks like he's trying to take down the old HRE, eh? It's like Kingdom of Heaven. Remember that movie with like that fight in the choke point where Orlando Bloom is there? Yeah. Kind of like that going down here. As we see English trebuchets apparently amazing against enemy artillery as well. Revolquins on their way in. And guys, Smeagol is rocking 600 food. This war has such gnarly attrition that he is, despite making almost 5,000 food a minute, he's still running out. And looking at Xlav is surplus. He's increasing his food. Because English farmers are just so jacked. They pick those crops like nobody else. And yeah, 5,000 a minute for him. So he's actually creating a surplus. Whereas Smeagol is hemorrhaging resources. If Xlav just doesn't take the pressure off, like if he keeps it up, I think Smeagol will be in danger. But if he like gives Smeagol a reprieve or lets him recover, lets him go behind the walls, then it's a bit of a different story. He needs to keep that pressure on. He can't let a surplus build back up. So farms are being destroyed. Trebuchet slowly moving up. They could target the keep here. Targeting the keeps in the town center would be pretty strong to start, you know, removing what you can. English army moving in the choke point. They do have the Revolquin. Nice little corner fight here potentially, but yeah, the cannon towers with relics, all that sort of stuff, man. That is very, very nasty. Yeah, so this game mode is about killing the king. You can see where the king is by double-clicking here. So we have one king in the Elsback, and for Xlav, it is in the Berkshire. So they basically both have their premier keeps, and they're just camping their characters in there as well. So looking here, Smeagol has all the techs. Looks like they both do. English army once again going to be piling into fight. Where are these trebuchets going to go? Are they going to try and nail down this keep here? It looks like it. Okay. One of those guys gets taken down. Trebuchets nuking. Keeps are going to start falling. Smeagol is getting a crazy amount of stone though. I mean, if we could build wonders, I think Smeagol would win this game. If wonders were allowed in Regicide, Smeagol would win. Because England might eventually get him, but it would take too long. It would take too long, and he would be able to kind of easily just pop a wonder back here and hold for a long time. The battle continues. Culverin's moving up, and the tug of war is it's perpetual, man. War is eternal. These guys continue pushing each other back and forth. Hand cannoneers blasting into the men-at-arms here. Mangonels with nice spray shots, but yeah, this is pretty much it. Kingdom of Heaven with Balthazar Gelt. Yeah, it's classic stuff right there. The farms will feast for sure, and once again, Smeagol's gotten a little bit of a surplus of food, but it looks like he instantly spends it. And looking here at the forces of the English, still sitting at 9,000 food, so completely comfortable. 120 ego, though, so the military is going to be a little bit stronger here. We do see some artillery going down. How is Smeagol's wood? So Smeagol is sitting on 1,800 wood, so the wood is also becoming a little bit dicey. If he loses some more artillery here, that could certainly change the pace of things. Another mangonel going down. Oh, I love the English proxy palisades. That's really nice. you park your trebuchets behind them, and you know, it's a little bit harder to dive those bad boys. I think that's an MLG play. Just keep moving those up, get that sweet, sweet trebuchet push, and yeah, Golem's, he's mustering armies, man. He really is. I don't know. This is going to take a while to end, guys. This is going to take a serious amount of time to end. English keep drops could be quite good, actually, because Smeagol isn't going to be able to get like a critical mass of artillery, probably, considering his wood is only like 1,500. But man, that HRE army is really persistent. These guys are both probably like sweating profusely right now, just like from every pore, just sitting there and sweating, and yeah, just pure misery, pure misery. Anytime you get like a late game England, man, it's just like, oh man, it's brutal. I mean, late game HRE with 12 relics too is obviously a very similar premise. Smeagol has like a random ass ram in here, and the hand cannoneers of England with the attack speed buff, just absolutely nuts, man, absolutely nuts. So that keep is still alive. No deep penetration into the base yet. More English men-at-arms on the way out. Xlav sitting on 12,000 and 12,000. Smeagol sitting on, yeah, literally nothing. He's got like, oh my god, Smeagol's almost broke. Those relics are generating so much for him, guys, but I wonder if the English player is aware. I wonder if he's aware of like how true, he needs to keep the pressure on. Like, you can't let him rebuild. Like, you need to keep killing units and forcing him to try and replace those units so we can't build up a surplus of food again. That's what you have to do, and it looks like he is. Trebuchets knocking down buildings here. I'd wait till they move over to this keep next. The English armies are so good too. The fact that all their units attack faster than yours is just crazy. A couple men-at-arms trying to penetrate into the back to get on top of the trebuchets here, but more English reinforcements coming. England, would you want to delete any villagers if you're England? Like, it might not be a bad idea for Xlav to delete like 20 food villagers and just get a bigger army. But even still, I mean, Smeagol's military is, they're pretty similar. Yeah, they're pretty similar in terms of their eco balance, in terms of the military comparing to their eco. Yeah, Smeagol's, he's in some trouble here, guys. He's losing siege equipment. He's only got 500 wood now, so he's not going to be able to make much more siege. He's pulling back, and now the English player must kind of feel it in the air tonight. Yeah, it's a great song. This is so good. I'm going to Phil Collins him here. Keeps moving up, trying to snipe that counterweight trebuchet. It's got 22 HP, but it does have 30 ranged armor, so each shot only does like 1 damage against it. English trebs are making progress. They're sieging in. One of the buildings is going to go down here, and they need to get those cannon towers down if they can. But England has made progress. They pushed up, and let's go ahead and cancel the poll now. You guys have already voted. Okay, let's do this, and there we go. So a lot of you guys think Smeagol's going to win. 67% for Golem here. But Golem is just basically destitute. He is just broke in almost every regard. He can build like 50 keeps. Golem could like pull all his vills and build like 5 keeps right here, but against England it's pointless. They're just gonna punish you. I guess like keep drops might not be bad against English. Like, I wouldn't hate seeing some like 10, maybe like 20 villagers come over here and do keep drops all over this infrastructure to like stop reinforcements from coming in. When you start playing late game grinds against England, I can tell you from my experience, you have to start thinking of like secondary ways to win. You can't just bash them head on. They're always going to win that, almost always. I mean, unless there are times where they lose it, but it's pretty rare. So outpost going down, emergency repair is active. English trebs care not for your outpost though, and they will keep going. Smeagol's being allowed to rebuild the bank right now. I think maybe, yeah, understandably a little bit apprehensive about the static defenses. I wonder if we're going to be seeing a keep drop coming down. It looks like just outposts to maintain the attack speed buff. And one is down, so where will the trebuchets go next? Smeagol's army's here. It looks like he's got a full stack. He's got a full military. The culverins are on the way. But the trebs should be able to kind of sit behind the walls and just keep destroying infrastructure. Only 800 wood for Smeagol, though. Yeah, so killing these buildings is actually quite valuable. It's quite valuable indeed. On the other side, we got farms galore. Farms, farms, farms. For everybody, farms for the farm god. And it looks like Smeagol just reproduced a bunch of units, so he's got a lot of things in queue. Oh my god, he's got 1 million horsemen in queue right now. But yeah, infrastructure is being lost. Relics are being pulled back, so relics are going to be probably getting placed in the keeps in the back of the base here. Culverin's trying to get line of sight, so you can see the Culverins creeping up. I wonder if Xlav will be watching this. Probably so. Probably get the men-at-arms in there. All right, so one goes down, and here they come. Will the Culverins get caught? Yeah, definitely just sitting behind the walls and sieging is quite strong. Knocking down this keep would be pretty good, if you can. But dude, Smeagol's going to be able to rebuild his bank, and then we're back to square one of this grind. Could just take his king and fleet in Arnia. That's true. You could find the wardrobe and go through it and you know, be okay. Battle's on, but Smeagol's going to crush this army. It's home field advantage. He's got cannons. He's Got L's back here shooting as well, if I'm not mistaken. And you can see the army here kind of getting crumped a little bit. As is it the town center or the keep getting hit? It looks like it's the keep, but man, HRE keeps are so tanky. English, are they producing units? Looks like he might have chilled out a little bit. Looks like a slight lapse in military macro, as he is not capped right now, despite having a massive bank of 27,000 food. Keep is under pressure. That could go down. Not that Spiegel can't just like instantly rebuild that. And is he macroing units? Why is he not macroing units right now? This could be a big misplay. Like, a lot of the ground he just took, which was literally like 30 meters. Like, this ground here is going to be lost if he doesn't remacro. Okay, it looks like he's remacroing now, so he's getting it back, because otherwise Spiegel's going to come back and he's going to give it to you. Yeah, and I think he actually banked some food now. He's got a little bit, not like a ton, but he also has a lot of units in queue. So, yeah, I would wager those guys will be coming out now. Crossbows, men-at-arms, hand cannoneers, all that same stuff that we know and love here from the English is on the way out. Outpost towers are built. And, yeah, might as well upgrade those with some cannons. That'd be quite strong. Oh, my God. No, the fact that there's no wonder. You can see. We had apparently a pod with 3 English players grinding it out earlier. I actually am really curious how that one ended. Really curious about that. Over to the west side. Looks like all is well. Looks like a little bit of a horseman raid. So I think XLab is starting to do some raiding. This is a smart play. You know, grab some knights, go take down these farmers. Yeah, Spiegel's getting raided. He's getting attacked here, guys. There's knights coming over. Spiegel's going to be losing farm infrastructure up here. Looks like a lot of his farms have been purged, and now he's down to 59. He had a lot more than that earlier. Trebuchet's nuking the keep here, but it looks like they're going to get dove by some horsemen and whatnot. They're going to be pulling back right here, trying to get to the Berkshire Palace for a little bit of cover. But this is definitely the way. This raiding from XLab is very strong. Very strong. Yeah, so you can see some of the villagers here. Unfortunately, these knights aren't killing villagers. They're just torching random farms. Bit of a misplay there, but this guy's still doing work, and villagers are going down in somewhat substantial numbers. So really well played. Finding an isolated farm outcropping, mitigating your opponent's food even more. Yeah, like his, Spiegel can't really afford to have that much less food. Like, he needed that like insane amount that he was getting to continue the grind. Trebuchet is coming online. Are they going to be trying to snipe enemy trebs? Let's see. And the mill has fallen. The big plays. The big plays. So Spiegel, is he spending his stone? Honestly, that would be a good way to use your keeps. For England, just set up a bunch of keeps over here to protect your, not idle farms, but unprotected farms. English hand cannoneers doing huge damage. Huge damage. It's pretty insane. One of the hardest hitting units in the game with like a huge attack speed buff. And it looks like the counterweight trebuchet is going to be pulling back. Spiegel getting a little bit of do hosting going, and he might be able to do host through some of these towers. These are all upgraded to stone, but none of them actually have substantial upgrades in terms of placements. I don't think we see any cannons, anything like that. Yeah, I don't think we see anything like that. Okay, so we saw some progress being made. Spiegel's down to about 200 food again, and the English player can just keep producing to his heart's content. You gotta just go pedal to the metal. You can't let the English have, or the HRE have reprieves. Even if it's a bad trade for you, I think you just gotta keep sending shit in. As long as you're killing some of the stuff, gather for a moment and then send these big waves. On the backside, we see the farms going down, so the English are not working any of those farms. Out on the far side, England sitting at about, 900 food right now, which is pretty brutal. We see the walls being taken down. Big shattering projectile shot right there. Spiegel's Ramstein's doing good work, pushing back many of the English towers, trying to mitigate the effectiveness of the network buff. If you can push the towers off, then the English army isn't going to be having that network of castles buff and won't be having the overpowered attack speed and all that different stuff like that. So the battle continues, ladies and gentlemen. Counterweight Trebuchet still shooting away. Here they go. Outpost getting Ramsteined. And once again, Spiegel's on the he's on the offense. He's pushing. Spiegel trying to do a little bit of raiding of his own. Looks like he's exploring, but the English do have keeps, so the keeps should be able to stop the horsemen, I would wager. Looks like he's got one here. He's got some farms. Most of the English economy is very safe. It's like all within their base, right? You got like farms. I suppose there might be some down here that are a little bit susceptible to being raided. Looks like we got 16 villagers down there who could be harried and attacked. The English army on its way out, but it's mostly trebuchets. They actually don't have a lot of meat in their army right now. We're not seeing a lot of hand cannoneers, and I want to wager they'll be here soon. What a ferocious battle this is, guys. What a ferocious battle. It continues on. The hellish war of attrition. This feels like so many 1v1 games. Oh my god, shattering projectiles do so much damage. God damn, they're such a good unit. English projectiles are just no joke, man. They are no joke. Now, looking up on the top side, farms are shut down. Spiegel's sitting at a very low amount of food. He's still getting about 2,000 a minute. He does have Zokin farms, and it looks like there's some dread sheep there waiting to be farmed just in case. He's got a lot of keeps in his base, with the Regnets being very, very safe in the back. And I'm just looking for vulnerabilities or anything strange happening. Looks like Smeagol lumberjacking through here. I don't think... Okay. You know, if he lumberjacks through here and does like a raid onto the farms, that would be how you start to get momentum and win the game, right? Yeah, I like... That's very much a Smeagol playstyle, too. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Like, this looks like it could be a big opportunity. I don't know if he's like focusing on it. It's hard to tell. But, you know, getting like 10 knights and just getting into the back and just harrying all these villagers and trying to equalize the food situation would be quite big. So looking at X-Live here, X-Live at 25,000, dude. Oh my god. English food production is just nuts. Like, despite this like heavy war of attrition, he's still just like creating a surplus of resources here. Hand cannoneers blasting away, English men-at-arms fighting like champs. Big bombards coming in from the Trebuchet Legion, basically sniping all of Smeagol's artillery, which is going to be blunting his momentum. And that's the thing, right? Like, how is HRE ever going to get momentum with the Trebuchets just sniping all of his artillery? We have Berkshire Palace back here just chilling, barking at his opponents, and Culverin's on the way. Culverin's, of course, back here. Will Smeagol make progress? I have no idea, ladies and gentlemen. I have absolutely no idea. My predictions about this game went out the window a long time ago. I felt as if Smeagol would be able to get more progress quicker, simply because of the relics that he has and the tithe barns giving him everything. Because Smeagol's getting like baseline resource for every primary resource from his tithe barns. So he's getting 300 a minute, I think, if not more, of every resource type. That's very strong. That's like very, very strong here. So looking on the other side, guys. Do we see the dreaded backdoor? Yes. Smeagol knows it's happening. He's preparing. You can see how he's doing this? He's setting up an outpost here, which inevitably means he's trying to get vision or just like support this push. He could do keep drops. I really wouldn't hate keep drops. Like back here, keep drop to shut down wood. Just drop them like all over the back of your opponent's base. Granted, like when you're so tight on food, it's kind of like, do you really want to pull things through like gimmicks like that? Or do you want to stay consistent and just try and, you know, win that war of attrition? We have had a couple mangonels, but they keep dying. And look at that. The Culverins, apparently the best anti-artillery stuff in the game is the dreaded counterweight trebuchets. So Culverins are forced back, HRE forced back despite literally having like no units here. The English army now able to remuster, more and more stuff trickling out of the base. As I think we're going to see some funny business from Smeagol now. I really think that's going to happen. The fact that he built a tower here is indicative that he was paying attention to that. Although, there's an outpost here with a cannon emplacement, and it is going to be shooting at the villagers here. Will Smeagol notice that? Probably not. I think he's just super embroiled in this, and it's going to be more focused on this this combat here. Smeagol, guys, only has 100... he's at 152 supply, guys. He doesn't have the food to sustain this. And now the English army is starting to push into his base, but does England have the siege? Looks like they do. They have to keep this pressure on. Looks like here we do have the the old Rams moving out. Going to be trying to take down some of the infrastructure. And Smeagol is buying time. He's just straight up buying time. This is when you need to go for the kill, though, as England. Like, Smeagol is on death's bed right now. He's laying there. He's too weak. You got to go for the kill. Over here, it looks like the villagers not quite able to lumberjack through. They didn't get what they wanted. And yeah, I mean, only 450 right now. He's spending a lot. I don't know what he's spending on. Is he rebuilding villagers or something? I feel like that's the case. More raiding over here. Farms are still completely shut down on that side. And England has gathered at the gates. Smeagol is pulled back. Where's he going? Oh yeah, Smeagol's going for the back door. He's going for the back door! Which isn't a bad idea. Using your HRE static defenses with Culverins defending them, and while you split push your opponent's base. I think this is, no, there's no wonders that we're doing regicide. There's no wonders. You have to kill the enemy king. Or just kill their base, or landmarks. No, those are your two options. All right, England might be able to push through. Will they be expecting the dreaded backdoor? It looks like the English army is moving that general direction. Okay, they know what's happening now. Smeagol's going to be trying to take this gatehouse down, and the English army is on its way. But it is going to be forcing some idling farms, which maybe will buy you... I mean, it's buying time is what it's doing. Because otherwise the English should be rushing in here and just causing massive havoc. Trebs and Trebs. Knocks that down. Smeagol going to be trying the back door here. He does get in, but finds that all the villagers are already pretty much on their farms. Yeah, scattering, going and looking for any of these stray villagers. That's how you win. That's the only way you're going to beat English, is if you manage to do some substantial eco damage to their villager economy. Looks like a couple of vills going to go down here. The HRE men-at-arms do find them. They draw their bows and their aprons, and they get ready to fight. We do see some villager losses, but man, England has such a big economy, guys. They have 120. Even after that little raid there, they barely took any damage, although there's a lot of villagers to be beaten down over here. Now, what are the Trebs doing? Trebs moving up. Smeagol rebuilding his tower emplacements. Looking at Smeagol's economy. Currently 7,600 stone, which is pretty nuts. For sure would be able to build a wonder there. Yeah, there's a guard tower there. Yeah, he had a guard tower. So he clearly saw them coming because the outpost was able to kind of see. And Smeagol's army's going to be forced back. Is Smeagol going to fight up top now and just choose to fight here? Kind of an interesting idea. Like fight near the enemy farms in a choke point with like mangonels and whatnot. I don't know. Something to consider. We got the triple culverins. Culverins blasting down this outpost tower. They're not very good against buildings, but you know they can still punch through them. So Smeagol's TC is under attack. Trebuchets are here. More towers being set up by Xlav, and we do also see the dreaded Penta Trebuchet. Ironically, there's no gatehouse for Smeagol, so well there is up here, so he could go with some horsemen up and around that way, but yeah, he is just hurting bad. I mean, his military supply is very, very weak. He's only at 50. And now the English are pushing into his back door, right? So the plan he might have been better off with the English not getting this idea and like still pushing into your big Chungus defenses here. And the Trebuchets most likely going to go after the keep here in a second. We'll see what kind of position they get. But yeah, no, he is hurting. He's hurting really, really bad, guys. Military supply is currently at 55. Looking at the military supply of Xlav, he's sitting at 90 military supply, so the military quite a bit bigger as he does push through here. Culverins trying to defend the choke point, but there's not really any artillery for them to shoot. So Culverins are going to, they do pitiful damage against infantry, I think. It's still 102, I suppose. But it's going to take like, you know, what, 4 or 5 shots to kill a men-at-arm, which is not great. Not great. So Trebuchets nuking from downtown. Here they go, big old shots, and that keep most likely going to fall, but Smeagol with a very, very cheeky flank here. He gets the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and they come around and do kill a couple of these Trebs. Got to feel pretty good. England in the meantime, oh, a little bit of lag there, sorry. Still pushing through, and wow, yeah, England's like, they're like, hey, wait a second, this is a great idea. Let's just push through here and torch down houses and really, really tax his economy on this side. Smeagol is sitting on 400 food right now, and the Trebuchets were able to pull back through the gatehouse. The horsemen got some nice picks, but the Trebs will simply move back and probably keep nailing that keep if they can. If this keep actually falls, then that's going to open up a lot of pressure for England on this side, because England can just keep spending, like all day, all night. Smeagol maintaining his military supply of about 55, so he's able to hold on to that. We do see the brave men-at-arms moving in with hand cannoneer support behind them on the other side. Do we see any raiding? Smeagol's trying to get his farms back online here. Now, if Xlav were to be privy to this and come and raid this right now, that would be like a Bane backbreak on Smeagol. That would probably just end him if he was aware of that. YouTube ever going to get gifted members? So it's weird. The gifted membership thing, they have it for... I've seen other people's channels with it, but my channel doesn't have it. I don't know what it is. It's weird. I've gotten like other features from YouTube, but I don't have that one, so... Yeah, it's very strange. I've seen it on quite a few other channels, so... Anyways, counterweight trebuchet shooting out. England just taking down houses. Smeagol up to 77 military supply. Where is that trebuchet legion? Yeah, the trebuchet is going to be taking that keep down. The emergency repairs will kind of keep it going for a moment, but it will probably fall. So one more keep is down. And now the town center is going to fall, probably this tower. You got to just keep that pressure on. So England is slowly winning this war. You're going to need some sort of like weird, like tricksy hobbits' plays. And yeah, Xlav is aware of this. He sees the farmers back. He gets a single knight over here. And the knight has already taken down like 5 or 6 villagers. And I would imagine he's going to send more. As soon as he sees this, you know, obviously he seems like to be a very, very strong player, is going to come over. And Smeagol, yeah, still sitting at a decent amount of eco. His military supply, though, is certainly diminishing. Now here it looks like Smeagol did have some rams in the back of the base, which is pretty hilarious. Just a random Smeagol ram over here, dude. Tower being set up to give the English army better fighting chances. It's going to be giving them the network of castles. We see the TC going down, the dreaded English trebuchets shooting from their base. And they continue on. They continue on. Culverins blasting away. Tower most likely going to be getting up. And this war of attrition is exactly what the English want. Exactly. 37,000 food for the English. Absolutely disgusting. It's as if they're not even feeling this war. Their economy, their gold, and their food is just perpetually increasing. Whereas Smeagol is basically... He got a huge wood surplus somehow. Yeah, he did not have a lot of wood, but he must have switched a ton of villagers over to wood here. Are there more knights over here? Looks like there's still a fair amount of villagers on farms. Xlav is definitely going to want to get some more knights there to cause some havoc. He continues to push in, and the English infantry are looking very, very low. And now the trebuchets are going to come in this choke point and start nuking down the defenses. Granted, it is kind of a bit of a bowling alley here. It is the, you know, the culverins are going to be able to shoot like down the straight line very, very effectively, I would wager. Hand cannoneers, such good damage. How much do they actually hit for? I think it's like 50 something, 42. So yeah, they can definitely nuke these heavily armored units, no problem. So trebuchets are creeping up. English villagers probably going to be setting up another tower here. Somehow they're still getting the network of citadels despite being like 10 miles away from their base. I suppose they get it from this outpost right here. Or they got it as they ran by. I'm not 100% sure. On the other side, do we see any knights coming in? I saw an attack notification. It looks like maybe a knight did come over that way. But Smeagol reestablishing his farms on the other side, which is going to be giving him a decent amount of food if he can get that going. Yeah, I'm shocked. I really thought a 12 relic HRE would be able to fight off English, but you know, the food is really the big factor. All right, so looking, Smeagol's actually partially supply blocked. He's got plenty of wood, so I don't think he's going to run into any issues with that. The English momentum needs to continue. It looks like these trebs, I'm not sure what they're doing right now. Are they just shooting at walls, I suppose? Yeah, just knocking down some walls here. The English army has moved up. And the culverins repositioning, maybe expecting trebuchet play. I think setting up like stone walls here with gatehouses wouldn't be a bad idea for the English. And then putting your trebs behind them and just like nuking, right? Because mostly culverins, only one bombard cannon, so not a lot of artillery, right? You could definitely do some very spicy stuff with that. All right, Xlav with more raiding. This is the kind of stuff you need to win in just an awful war of attrition like this. They are going to do quite a bit of damage. I would imagine he's going to keep sending more and more over there, keeping the harrying on these villagers. And Smeagol is starting to lose some food eco. Leo, thanks for being a member for 7 months, man. 7 months. Thank you. I have to do something on my end? What are you saying about the game? Oh, you know what I was thinking would be kind of fun? Would be like a god mode. Like in some RTS games, they have like custom games where like one person can play the role of like the creator, and you can like spawn events on the map, and you can do different things. I always thought that'd be kind of a fun thing. Like as a spectator, if you can do that. Regicide demands doing a war of attrition. Yeah, that's true. Trebuchets and walls are coming up, so yeah, that's a good idea. Treb's just knocking down the walls here. Smeagol's just desperately pumping out units, but he's taking some L's over here on the other side, as these farms have been cleared once again, although he does have a couple farms up on the north side, so. If Xlab just sent like 5 or 6 knights over there, he could easily clear that whole place out. But he keeps sending only like 3 units. So walls being set up, keeps towers to make sure the push can continue on happily. Trebuchet is going to move through the gatehouse and try and get in range. We got the fighting in the choke point here. And the HRE trebuchets, maybe going to be trying to snipe the English trebuchets? I suppose they could, but the shattering projectiles really is the turn deletes all units. I just thought that would be like an interesting game mode. No, you wouldn't do stuff like that, but you would spawn like a gold node in the middle or something, or like, you know, I don't know. I feel like there's some fun stuff you could do. All right, guys, the battle is on. We see elite men-at-arms, spearmen pushing through. Smeagol going to be building his own walls. Gollum, the precious, he gets it. Keep is down, town center is down. Elschad Palace is here. The king could easily flee up to the north, though. The king could easily flee. Smeagol managed to get a decent amount of resources. I honestly don't know. He's talking about YouTube sub-gifting. Yeah, I've tried it. I've tried enabling it on my end, but I just don't have the option to do it. Would merely ungarrison the kings and see if anybody noticed? Yeah, that would actually be really funny. It's a wild, like, trebuchet blast just hits him on the head. Guys, I hope you guys are ready for, like, hanging out with me for another 5 or 6 hours. These guys are both super tenacious. They seem equally matched. And, yeah, I don't see this, like, ending anytime soon. Because Smeagol just keeps getting a bank back. Xlab just doesn't quite get it done in terms of like wiping out all these vills up here. He needs to be more aggressive about that. He needs to get like a solid army and sweep all this off the map. And then, you know, start pressuring here with maybe some rams and getting into this side of the base. Smeagol has a lot of his infrastructure over here. Like, you would need to do some side pushing here. And, you know, you could probably afford to do it. England could delete some villagers, get another 20 supply, and then send like, you know, like 20 knights over there or something. I think that's what you got to do. Oh, friggin' ham, I'm going to get time for some whiskey. Yeah, there you go. Oh my god, this is just a horrific war of attrition. Smeagol is just so scrappy, dude. He's been on the back foot, but somehow Palpatine has returned once again. Dude, I'm the one who's going to lose the Iron Bladder challenge. I mean, I can just pause for a second. But, it is what it is. Hey, Matthew, welcome to the stream. We're here in the grand finals. The duel is on. Xlab versus Gollum. And it kind of looks like the English. You know what? The Iron Bladder thing could be a variable. Could the English player have to use the restroom? Like, he's losing ground like I haven't seen before. The trebuchets are pushing up. We have the walls. And now the Holy Roman Army is kind of into the chicken coop here. A little bit. I mean, English armies are still moving up and engaging them, but HRE's making some good progress. Smeagol's had enough of this shit. It's like a little bit of a flank of knights there. You do see some knights coming in trying to get those artillery pieces. And is England going to start losing some infrastructure is the question. Like, you need to start deleting some of these buildings, like the White Tower and the Council Hall. All that would be quite huge. Looks like a knight flank attempting to come in here, but intercepted here by Smeagol. Really, really good control. If Smeagol doesn't play 1v1, I would at least expect him to be like, a high diamond player, if not a conqueror, a low conqueror player. Yeah, he plays very, very well. Both these players do. Like, the way he's screening his artillery is very smooth. His map awareness, realizing what he needs. Still no pressure here. A lot of farms can be taken out. You could literally take down like 30 villagers here with just a couple knights, and Smeagol probably wouldn't be able to defend it because he's so focused on here. Yeah, Smeagol got 12 relics. I think he's got legitimately 12 relics. We got Rams coming in, hitting English farms now, guys. But Xlav has got a crazy good bank, but for the first time we actually see his gold being taxed. He's spending a lot of gold faster than he can kind of, maintain it. And his gold bank is going down. Culverins are scooting up. They need to snipe the trebuchets, and it looks like they are. And now we're seeing Smeagol getting momentum as the Rams are coming in as well. Okay, so the Ramsteins are on. The Du Hostening is here. Counterweight trebuchets are hitting the council hall. And I believe all landmarks are right here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, literally right here. So if this position is lost, Smeagol wins the game. Oh my god. The Holy Romans are getting there. I think Xlab might have too big of an eco. That's what it is. He's got 134 villagers. He needs to cut like 40 villagers. His armies are too small, and he's using the dreaded Reaganomics. He's trickling in as well. He needs to gather a critical mass back here before he fights. So Holy Romans trying their best to break the position. Culverin's not active right now. A little bit of a mistake. They should be up killing the artillery if they can, although I suppose they're ranged. As the HRE men-at-arms and the crossbows and the prelate motivating them with the power of Jesus. The council hall almost dead. It has been producing units non-stop, so that will be mitigating some of the productive efficiency here for the English. And the White Tower could potentially fall next. How is Smeagol looking on food? Smeagol's run out of food right as he gets momentum. Oh, man. See, it's just the difference of that food. If he could get a little bit more of that food momentum, he could close the game out. He wins the fights, but then he runs out of food. Looks like there's going to be a keep coming up here. No raiders here, so Xlav kind of gave up on raiding back there. And once again, we see England with the food. And they push him back. Smeagol, able to get a little bit of food bank right there, but that's like that lapse for just a minute is where your opponent, comes back, essentially. So it looks like there's going to be a cannon emplacement coming down here, and the HRE is back at it. So they got to keep. I like the defensive keep here. England's really forced on the back foot. Council Hall's being repaired right now. White Tower is still functional. Rams moving in, but yeah, the food running out is tough. It's really, really tough. He's down to 400 food again. He can't even get a full supply army. Whereas Xlav can basically keep pounding units, just absolutely pounding units all day. And he rebuilt his gold bank, like it looked kind of like he was going to be losing out on the gold. What Smeagol could do is start massing more siege. Because I don't think, what's his wood look like? That's what she said. His gold isn't great either. Smeagol is really taxed. He's really, really taxed, but he's just like fighting super, super hard. All right, guys. The battle is on. Counterweight trebuchet shooting downtown. And it is an infinite war of attrition. The inexorable push. The Holy Romans continues. Emergency repairs in this keep. I like the forward proxy keep here. I honestly think placing more proxy keeps up could actually thwart some of the English play. The Ramsteins are coming in. The Du Hostening has begun. Oh, I like this from Smeagol. He's taking down the mills to try and deny some of the farm eco. Yeah, to just slow the food down. Little does he know, though. The English are literally banking 30,000. The trebuchets need to move up. He needs to start killing these landmarks again. And it looks like the Rams are moving towards the White Tower. Trebuchet's a little bit idle here. They need to be further up, ever so close. And Smeagol really should be using his stone. The fact that he's not using the stone is tough. I mean, understandably, he doesn't want to pull off food. So maybe pull your woodworkers temporarily, like proxy like 3 or 4 keeps right here. Just go ape shit. Just like keep drop. Like boom, boom, boom. All over the face here. And I think you can win the game that way. This is the Siege of Terra. Yeah, this is like the Horus Heresy level shit. This is just anarchy. So Smeagol's 100% going to win after the map runs out of wood. Oh my god, imagine if we ran out of wood. No, there's plenty. There's plenty of wood. So mangonels and siege equipment on the way. That's very good. You know, when you have low food, you can start spamming siege equipment as long as you have something to protect it. Men-at-Arms on the way. Culverins, just big shooting gallery right here, able to bonk these guys on the head. A couple of those artillery pieces going to go down, so he should have had him a little bit more offset here, but even still, they do a little bit of damage before they go quietly into the night. Now, trebuchets, what are they hitting? It looks like the old council hall is going to be going down. English are sending rams themselves. Xlav just basically not even taking any damage. Not taking any damage at all. This game can be grindy, Josh. Typically, this game isn't super grindy unless you're playing a specific civilization. Like, if they were any other civilizations, like, if this was Smeagol against any other civ, he probably would have won by now. But the fact that it's English, which is like the grindiest civ in the game, is just like, yeah, it just kind of created the situation. Because England is insane defensively, too. A lot of repairs going down right here. Smeagol's trying to take down some of the farms, so he's doing some topical damage. He also has rams coming in. I do like the rams. Council hall is down, and the White Tower could be next. It could be next. Really, though, I think he needs to pull his wood villagers, Smeagol does, and he needs to just be keep dropping here. The keep drops would be devastating, absolutely devastating. Because you notice what's one thing the English don't have right now, guys? They don't have any. They don't have any siege equipment. They don't have any trebuchets. I'm not seeing any of that kind of stuff. Villagers being pulled here as the rams continue to move through. Smeagol's finally making progress. 2 landmarks down, guys. It's just Berkshire and the TC. If he can get his paws on those, then he will win the game. But the further he extends into English territory, the harder it's going to get. So he needs to keep drop. He really needs to keep drop. So they continue on. Mangonels getting a little bit of DACA in there. The counterweight trebuchets keep sieging the White Tower, which is being perpetually repaired. Is Xlav even feeling this on his eco? He's not. He literally just is like, his food and gold is not going down at all, despite producing like constant stacks and armies and all that sort of stuff like that. But yeah, generally, Josh, it's, I mean, Age of Empires, like the thing is, in Company of Heroes, there's like a timer on every game because of the objectives, whereas this, like, they don't have that mechanic. So much like StarCraft or like, you know, and StarCraft doesn't last as long as Age games, I would say. StarCraft games are usually quicker on average, but here comes the old Rams moving down. The White Tower being repaired. Okay, English actually has 40 villagers repairing landmarks right now. So their eco is going to start suffering, actually, because they had to pull off farms to repair a lot. Smeagol's going pedal to the metal, baby. Israel in chat says, I left this game 30 minutes ago. 2 players, yeah, and it's like the exact same when you come back. I know. No, there's actually been some progress being made. Is there a little bit of raiding going down over here? It looks like there was, but Smeagol does have cannon towers all over the place, so the cannon towers are able to mitigate the raiding effectiveness. But yeah, the villagers repairing landmarks, although it's strong, he might start to suffer a little bit. You can see his food just went down from 32,000 to 25, as if he's in some like dangerous situation. But yeah, no, it's good. The kings are still alive. Yeah, both kings obviously, or else the players will be eliminated. When your king dies, it just straight up takes you out of the game. Strangle him, Gollum, says somebody in chat. Okay, falls back to the trebuchets, falls back to the choke point where the English army will be less effective. Smeagol's got to be hurting on food. He's got the dreaded 69, the blessed number, which is the reason why he's actually having success right now, I would imagine. One of the trebuchets getting hit, a lot of the siege equipment being hammered, and yep, all the landmarks got re-repaired, and now the English can go back to their farms, and yeah, now we're back to where we started. Oh man, I can't believe this shit, dude. It's just such a horrific war of attrition. Looks like there's a little bit of funny business going down over there, but nothing too substantial. And attempted rebuilding here, so the villagers trying to rebuild some barracks to make sure they can keep that flow of units coming out. Smeagol trying to get his strangling fingers around the neck here of Xlav. He's trying his best. It's not quite getting there. There's the barracks still churning out old English men-at-arms. Got rams coming in. Smeagol gets so close to finishing him, and then he runs out of food. That's like, and then the English push back, and it's just this. It's this infinite cycle. This game is just Theoden screaming pull back for 40 minutes, yeah, it's certainly Some truth to that, my friend. I'm telling you, though, if Smeagol would keep drop him, he would have won the game. When he took that ground, if he dropped like 3 keeps right here with like 20+ villagers, it's game over. The English lose. All the landmarks would have died. He would have just parked his traps behind him and just nuked all these buildings down. And that would have been that. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go refill my water. Use the restroom real quick. The Iron Bladder doesn't win this day. I'm just going to leave the screen right here so you guys can see what happens. I'll be right back. Hang tight for 1 second. Alright guys, what did I miss? Did I miss anything? Oh, looks like they're in the exact same spot. Oh my god. Yeah. You guys like that? We're in literally the exact same spot. Okay, he's finally keep dropping. Finally. Yes, this is the momentum you need. These type of things. And with emergency repairs, you keep taking ground. AoE for lo-fi playlist, I know. Feels like it could be a screensaver. Please check the total kills, I'm begging you. We can't. Yeah, we're in a custom game mode, so we don't have access to that. Now, the keep drops are money, because every time reinforcements come across, it's going to get a big pop right there. He needs to keep doing that. Now, this is dynamic gameplay. Hell yeah! Thank you, Raven, for the 50. I really appreciate that. These handgunners are actually... Yeah, the handgunners are good. They're really good on both sides. I mean, whoever has them. So the keeps are just popping reinforcements. Let's look at Xlav's. Xlav is kind of running low on food. He's down to 15,000 and by running low on food by English standards. Do you have any villagers to repair the keep? I don't think so. He needs to just snipe these trebs if he can. Where are those culverins at? He had culverins before. Did he lose them? Where are those culverins? Get them up here. Snipe the trebuchets, then your keeps are going to be totally fine. Those keeps are making a huge difference, though. They're actually drawing food out of the English army. So looks like they're pulling back this way. The king might die from old age. It certainly could be the case. There should be like a random dice roll that when the king like after the game is gone for long enough, there's like a 1% chance every 5 minutes that your king dies of old age, and you just get like taken out of the game. You know, that would be absolutely hilarious. So yeah, the battle at the gates continues. Smeagol is kind of low on food though. Only sitting at 1,200 here. Keep is maintaining. Some of the buildings here being taken down by trebuchets. Both players just rubbing their sausages together here in the choke point of doom. Looking at Xlav, his ecos is getting lower than it's ever been. 14,008. When he started this war like an hour ago, he was at 20 and 20. So the war is taking its toll. Smeagol is 1,000% taking the more effective trades, like doing more damage and whatnot. As we see the keep getting hammered here, is there going to be any repairs? I think pulling a couple villagers for repairs would be worth it. I think that keep is making a big difference in winning these fights. It's just picking off units like at a super expeditious rate. However, the emergency repairs will be up in about 14 seconds, but I don't think that's going to be enough time. Smeagol should still be sitting on a ton of stone. Yeah, he's still 7,000 stone, guys. The keep play was very, very good. He needs to keep utilizing that. There's only 2 English trebuchets or 3 or something. There's not even that many of them. And he needs emergency repairs! Do it! Do it! Okay, it's ready. And it looks like the walls have gotten broken down here. Trebuchet is going to be getting flanked by the English army. Rams of Smeagol are on the way in, and will Smeagol have the food to actually push through? Why not attack different positions? It's kind of tricky because whoever pulls back to attack a different position is going to be opening up their base to being... So if the English decided to go through here, or go up through here, then they're vulnerable right on their landmarks. And like the HRE is kind of in a similar boat. This is like the most important spot to defend, in my opinion. So Ram's making a little bit of progress. HRE army, you notice how when the keeps get dropped, he starts to make some good progress here. And it's like, because a lot of the English reinforcements are coming from the west, and they're just getting massacred by the keep on the way over. So the English army actually is not getting fully reinforced. And now you can see Smeagol is starting to make progress for the first time, but he needs to maintain his keeps. If he doesn't, then, you know, the English might be able to get back to the status quo. One trebuchet is down. He does have this other keep here, but he needs to get that back up. Looks like some of the horsemen are in the base. Keeps are still shooting him down. A couple men-at-arms might be able to peel them off. No, Smeagol, don't pull back! Why are you pulling back? No, keep pushing! For the love of the dark gods! Oh god, he's pulling back. No! No, not like this! Oh, okay. He had a good little position. I guess he's just being cautious. Rams are here. He needs to rebuild the keep right there. Maybe the king should build a keep. Just get the king out there. He's all jacked, just laying bricks. So looking at the food of Smeagol, he's stabilizing a little bit. Looking at Xlav, I mean, oh my god, is there going to be a Wololo? No way, what are you doing with that? So he grabbed the relic. It looks like English Longbow is putting a little bit of hurt on this guy, but he's going to be getting some heals. As the relic is going to be pulled back to the north, maybe dropped here. I'm not sure what he's doing with it. Good! Yes, Smeagol, this is the play. This is the play. Oh, look at that. He's got like 10 prelates here, just healing up everybody. The English player is actually like diminishing on resources now, which is insane. We got battering rams hitting the council hall. Looks like some are going after the barracks here. He needs to build forward keeps. Oh, the Wololo! Look at that, the Chad Wololo play from Smeagol. And he's just going to take a bunch of English units. Oh, he just killed them. The power of prayer. Apparently it works in Age of Empires. Look at that. He just nukes those guys with the Wololo, and the military supply is diminishing. Oh my god. Smeagol's getting the keep drops now. He's finally doing it. Because there's no way the English are going to be able to muster enough of a force to push those keeps back. I love this. Finally. Finally, it's happening. All right, so the armies are on. We see the HRE heading to the south. And now Smeagol, if he keeps dropping keeps, he wins the game. It's over. There's no way that the English will be able to kill as many keeps as he can drop. With 6,000 stone in the bank from Tithe Barns. HRE pushing in. Rams causing massive havoc. Ladies and gentlemen, Gollum has done it, I think. He's got another keep coming up. I'm glad it finally... This could have happened a while ago, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, no, this is wild. And also a big change he's doing is he brought mass prelates in his army. Look, he's Wololoing the English army. Oh my god, it's so metal. The English are getting... Oh my god, they're getting slain by the prayers. What an epic ending. He literally just took out like 20 men-at-arms with some prayers right there. Thoughts and prayers. He changed his Facebook profile picture. It's going down. He got his wriggly fingers around his neck. Dude, the Wololos of the gods, man. So now we have more. You see this? The keep drops. The keep drops. That's what it's all about here. They're coming in. They're going to just massacre any English reinforcements. And finally, they have gotten in there. They've gotten in there. We got more. We got a town center being built to extend the emergency repairs aura. And now it's just the town center and the Berkshire Palace, and that's GG. Oh my god. Gollum with the scrappy play, dude. The Prelate Blob is really strong also. The Prelate Blob with the healing and the motivated army. The entire HRE army is going to be getting 15% more damage, more or less. And he's dropping the relics in the keeps as he places them, which is just putting steady pressure. Jesus is king. Hell yeah, in this game, apparently so. Alright, Rams on the way in. The fight continues. And another relic going to get dropped in this keep here. And that's just going to be absolutely mowing down the English reinforcements. Jesus plus Gollum, the ultimate power combo. Oh, man. This is like some super HRE play right here. And hey, you keep dropping keeps. You don't stop. You keep going. You keep dropping those keeps. This game was Orcs vs. Imperial Guard. Truly it was. It truly was. Who are the Orcs, though? Gollum? Is he the Orcs? Setting up his ramshackle attacks here. Oh, man. Yeah, English should be more Imperial Guard-esque with, like, tanks and, you know, trebuchets being tanks. The Lord of the Relics is... All right, they continue moving in. Another keep is going to get dropped right here. So there it goes. That is going to be incredibly nasty. Town center going down. Now all they have to do is kill Berkshire. The king is hiding, trembling as his kingdom burns around him. England trying to muster some counterattacks here. You can see they got their bombard legions. Oh, look at this. Oh my god, England has like 15 bombard cannons over here? Only 7, okay. So they're going to be trying to clear out these keeps, but it's too late. It's too late. Berkshire Palace is going to fall. It needs to be focused quickly, though. I mean, there could be somewhat of a rally from the English. Oh, it's just horsemen. It's 26 horsemen. It's not a very good army. Finish the Berkshire. It's his last landmark. For the love of the dark gods, finish it. Don't. I swear, if the English manage to come back, as much as I want a good knockdown drag-out game, I know how long this can go. I'm trying not to, you know, I don't want either player to win more than the other. But, you know, for the sake of all of us getting lunch and having a day, someone has to go. Look at this, the backdoor attempt. He's trying to sneak in there with a bunch of bombards of his own, which I love. No, Smeagol! No! Throw the ring in the fire! It's right here! Why? No! Oh, he could have just ended the game right there. Okay, the Rams are coming in. He's got the keeps everywhere. And, I mean, look, they're not going to get through all of this. Smeagol has another landmark back here. It's going to take too long. So HRE comes back to defend its landmark. And the bombard cannons are going to get... Oh, he still needs to kill the king? So landmark wiping doesn't count. It's all king killing. Okay. Going for the king. So we see a backdoor attempt here, but the HRE is able to get this. Brutal, brutal damage as he clubs all those guys. And that English army gets folded like a piece of paper. So the king can just hide in perpetuity? Is essentially what you're telling me? Let's see where his king is. Okay, he taps out. Holy shit. The ring is mine. GG. What a game. That was insane. The strength of man has failed again. Congrats to Smeagol. He has officially tied Uravity for the most wins in our community Discord and our YouTube games here and all that. So congrats. That's some crazy stuff. Xlive could backdoor and rush the king. That actually, I understand that. So yeah, the king being in that palace there, you got to pull back and defend the king. Okay, that makes sense. I thought the king would be further back, but he was there. GG. That was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you all for joining. If you enjoyed this sweaty, hot action, please do drop a like on the way out. It helps quite a bit. Congrats to our champion, Smeagol. As always, a true terror in FFA. A true terror. And again, I want to sincerely thank you guys for the donations. King Franz, Ravenhold, and Sean, Jordan. We got our new channel members as well. Thank you guys, MK. Really appreciate that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be seeing you soon. I don't know when. But what day is today? Today's Thursday. Yeah, it's a good thing this actually ended. Every Thursday I have to go get my allergy shots like about an hour from now, and it's about an hour drive, so I got to jam straight up. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. I appreciate you all. You guys are the best. That was a blast. Like the stream. Enjoy yourselves. Spend some time with your loved ones. Feast. Stuff yourself with some good food. You guys know the drill. Take care. See you next time. Adios, Do Widzenia. Congratulations to Gollum. AKA Chris is back. Cheers.